And good morning. Court does call the case Pines of Clover Lane versus Esther Friedrich. And is it Zai Zhu? Zai?
Good morning, Judge Christopher Asphalt, 53129 on behalf of the plaintiff.
They are not checked in. All right, they are not checked in. You paid for second service. If you raise your right hand, you may
Yes, I would
proceed.
request entry of a default judgment.
Need to swear you in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
All right, go ahead.
All right, there's currently rent to retain $3,562.42, cost $214, total $3,776.42, with a writ to issue date of March 24th.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ to issue in 10 days. Pines of Clover Lane versus Brooklyn Gray and Jade Gray.
Christopher Asphalt for the plaintiff.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning. Your name?
Brooklyn Gray.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case, including costs?
Total amount is $2,958.24.
Ms. Gray, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Oh, we just paid it yesterday. I think everyone left out the building before they got to it, but it's in the Dropbox like right now.
The total
The
total amount?
Yeah, the full amount.
Okay. And you don't have any knowledge of that, counsel? Huh?
No, I do not.
All right. All right, very good. Here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn this out to, what is my next date? 21st? I'll adjourn it out 1 week, March 21st, 2025 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, but if everything's paid, it's likely they'll submit a dismissal. So you may want to check with the attorney's office just to make sure that's happened. Okay, ma'am?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it for you, sir?
Yes, I believe it is.
All right. Very good. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.
Court does call the case of 2 Miraloma LLC versus Rosalind Stovall. Did somebody interfere?
Good morning,
I'm here.
Destiny Hughes on behalf of plaintiff.
All righty, thank you. Ms. Stovall?
Yes.
Okay, she's here. All right, this is a termination of tenancy action. What's the basis for the termination of tenancy?
Your Honor, this is a complaint for possession after a mortgage foreclosure sale. The redemption period has expired.
Gotcha. Okay. And Ms. Stovall, what's your position on this?
I have been in contact with the lawyer Ben, and I asked him how much it is. So I have been working on getting my credit straight, and I finally got it straight. And now I'm working on the loan, they're processing the loan for it, and they told me that I could pay $140,000 for it. So that's what I'm working on now. So I asked for an extension because they don't know how long it's gonna be. It's gonna be like maybe five days or so, and I don't know. I'm just waiting for them to give me the money so that I could buy my house back.
Okay, so you're gonna have to help me with these people you say you were in contact with. You were in contact with the lawyer.
Yeah, Ben Price, who is a representative for Miraloma. And I have been in contact with him, and I asked him how much is it gonna be, and he told me it's $140,000.
When did that happen?
It's been two weeks ago, I believe, that I talked to him.
Counsel, you know anything about that?
I'm looking back through emails at our firm. Ben Price does work at our firm, and he did work on this mortgage foreclosure action, but he Oh, I'm looking back. I do see an email saying the lender would accept $140,000, but as of now, as far as I know from the client, we're moving forward with the eviction action. We haven't received anything from defendant saying she's going to pay, so the client, as far as I know, wants to move forward.
Well, yeah, and I did. That's why I asked how much it's going to be, because I did ask him that, and I hadn't heard back anymore from him. And I told him that I was working on it because I mean, I had to. What I'm paying off is a hard money loan because I didn't have good credit, and so I finally got my credit straightened out, and I'm getting a loan, so it won't be a hard money loan. So I asked him how much it was going to be. He said 140,000, and I said okay. When I talked to him, I said okay, that's what I'm going to pay. So that's
Okay,
what
so
I'm waiting.
that
I'm
was
sorry.
2 weeks ago,
Yes.
correct? So, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's try to get that straight and make sure everybody's headed on the same page because seems like it might be conflicting. I'm gonna adjourn this out 1 week to March 21st, 2025 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, and then we can figure out exactly where the parties want to head with this. All right.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Forrest Knoll versus Dana Lynch.
Eli Hides, P84976 for the plaintiff.
I am here.
Hello, Miss Lynch. Okay,
Good
we'll
morning.
need a camera. Oh, there you are. Okay.
I was figuring
right.
out how to work it.
Yeah. Okay. No, you're all right. What's plaintiff's claim, including costs in this case?
Total is 2,961.
And Miss Lynch, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I am currently have an appointment with Hawk on the 27th of this month. So I'm supposed to be seeing if I get approved for assistance
Okay, so you have an appointment on the 27th.
of this month. Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this. Was that the original time they gave you for an appointment?
Yes.
Okay, so has anybody called to move the appointment up at all?
No.
So, counsel, I could do one of two things. I could set this for next week, but she won't have her Hawk appointment. I don't know how much we'll get, or I can set it for the 28th, and at least we'll have some information.
Sorry, what was that? The 28th or the 21st?
Yeah, why don't I do this? Let me put it 2 weeks out. They're probably going to move her appointment up, but then we'll know whether or not there's going to be payment in it. So
That's fine. Thank you.
all right. I'll set this for March 28th, 2025 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, ma'am. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too. Forrest Knoll versus Antonio Elliott.
Eli Hides, P84976 for the plaintiff.
He's here. Antonio Elliott? Oh, there
Yes,
you are.
sir.
All right, you're here. All right.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
I just got wind that Mr. Elliott made a substantial payment, so once that processes, the total would be $1,278.
$1,278? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's just if the payment clears. I'm not sure how he paid, but he made a payment.
Okay.
I just made a money order. I did a money order. I dropped the money order in.
Then that should be
Okay, so you just made a substantial payment. So what you still owe is the $1,278. So when do you think you'll get that? How are you intending on getting that paid, Mr. Elliott?
Well, I get paid every week, so I was gonna drop some money down next week. So I just dropped
Okay,
down like
so
$1,700.
All right. Pardon?
I just dropped down like $1,700, like 1,756.
Gotcha. Okay, so next week, how much do you think you can pay?
Probably like close to like 350 or 400.
Okay, so you can pay 400 you get paid on Friday or Thursday?
I get paid Wednesday night, so I drop the money off
Okay,
Thursday.
gotcha. Okay, I got you. So you're gonna pay that. I'll just say Thursday, the 20th. Okay,
Okay.
so you'll pay 400 then. And then, so what I'll do is I'll put this off till next week. Make sure you made that payment, and then we'll figure out how the rest of this is gonna get done. Sound like a plan?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, Mr. Simpson.
All right. I'll adjourn this out to March 21st, 2025 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, but get that payment made. We'll try to get you in and out when you get here and figure out how we're gonna get the rest of it paid. All right?
All right.
Okay. Take care. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I got.
Is that
Dave.
it for you, council? I think that's it, huh?
That's it. Yep. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. And a good weekend.
Valley Ranch versus Jamie. Is it Rena?
Good morning, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Pallett's Law on behalf of the plaintiff.
And good morning, Your Honor. Michael Cooper appearing on behalf of the defendant.
Okay. You filed well, I don't know if you have, but if you say
I've
you're.
not, I was just retained yesterday. I've not filed an appearance.
Okay. That's fine. All right. So what's plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, with cost $863.41.
$863.41. All right.
Yes.
And counsel, what's your client's position on this?
My client does have a dispute as to the amount claimed. As I understand, there have been some issues regarding his utility, specifically his DTE account, and it being taken out of his name and some double payments there. So that's something I'd like to talk to opposing counsel about and see if we can get this resolved.
All right. Here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn it to March 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. Let you guys try to work on that, figure out where everything is. All right.
Thank
And
you.
would that be in person if we're coming back?
Those are set for in-person hearing. I try to give some leeway, but if you file the form, then we'll take it into consideration to let you appear via Zoom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too. Valley Ranch versus Lauren Victor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Victor. All right. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $4,439.07.
Okay, Ms. Victor, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Yes, sir. So I just got paid this morning and made a payment for half. I believe that's $2,200 even is what I paid today.
That you paid $2,200 today.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And so I would need another paycheck to complete that.
Okay, so when's your next paycheck? The 28th.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Dornbush, I'm inclined to give her the 2 weeks if there's verification that the 22 was paid, but I don't know if,
I can inquire with my client, Your Honor, but when you say give her 2 weeks, are you referring to a 2-week adjournment or entering a judgment?
Yes, I'm in to her next, what's going to be her next pay, which she says, I think what you're telling me, ma'am, is your next pay, you'll be able to clear this all up.
Yes, sir.
So, I can go next week, but she gave 22, but I don't want to do that unless there's some verification that the 2,200 got paid to the landlord today.
And I can, like I said, Your Honor, I can check on that. I think my client would object to a 2-week adjournment. I think they'd want the 1-week adjournment with the judgment entered next week, which would give her until beyond the 28th to get it paid. That would be my client's.
Yeah, and I'd note the objection, but I think she's trying to get it done, so.
Yeah, we can pass that matter, Your Honor. I'll check with my clients.
Yeah, let me pass it real quick, okay, ma'am? And we'll get it called back up. I just want them to check and make sure that happened. Spice Tree Apartments versus Aisha Mosley.
For the record, Rachel Dornbush, Pallett's Law.
Aisha Mosley?
I'm here. Yeah.
Where is she? I'm not picking up. She's a dial-in. Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
In just a moment, Your Honor. There we go. With costs, Your Honor, $3,963.07.
All right. Ms. Mosley, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So on Wednesday, I made a $900 payment, and then yesterday I made a $1,000 payment. I don't know if they're seeing that on their end.
No, but my ledger was printed on. I can't tell what day it was printed on. Your Honor, I can check with my client on that if the court wants clarification.
So ma'am, what you're indicating to me, just so that I'm clear, you paid 1,900?
Yes, this week. And my plan is to pay the remaining balance the next time I get paid on the 28th, if that is okay.
Okay. All right. Let me pass it. Let me see. Let me get verification that was paid, and then I'll see what I'm going to do. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So hold the line. It's going to be a minute because Ms. Dornbush filed a lot of cases. No, I'm kidding. Whitaker Oaks versus Ilea Brown and Alexander Collette and Justin Scott. We got any of the people here? Collette, Brown, Scott. I have no response. Like to raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. For the record, Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law, on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, there's rent to retain of $3,497.44, cost of $278 for a total due of $3,775.44. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with writ to issue in 10 days. Whitaker Oaks versus Melissa Hassler. Hassler, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you. Rent to retain $1,892.37. Cost of $200 for a total due of $2,092.37. So we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Whitaker Oaks versus Lisa Miltz and Bernadine, is it Kettner? Retner, Miltz. You got anybody? You think it's the iPhone?
I'm here.
Okay, we thought you may be trying to talk to us. What's your name?
Lisa Miltz.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim in the case?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,955.15.
All right. And Ms. Miltz, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I was trying to get it paid, but I couldn't get anything. And I'm also behind in my house payment. So I plan on moving out as soon as I can get everything out of my house.
Okay, so when you say that, what's your time frame on all of that?
Maybe 2 weeks at the most, 10 days.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'll adjourn this out 1 week to the 21st at 2025 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. If you're going to move out, you may be able to call the landlord's attorney and try to work something out in terms of either a conditional order, dismissal, or a judgment to try to get this all taken care of smoothly. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give you the week to do that. All right.
So
Thank you.
Do I have to be out of here in 1 week?
No, you'll have to appear in court. But what I'm saying is to call the attorney's office, see if you can work something out so that it's just a smooth transition if you're going to be out in 2 weeks. Okay. And then the paperwork can all be in place.
Okay, thank you.
That makes sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, real good.
Thank you.
Take care. We'll see you next week. Coachville versus Jessica Green.
Yeah.
And Jessica, is it Stanger?
Yeah.
All right. And who are you?
My husband, James Green.
How you doing, Judge?
I'm sorry?
James Green. He's actually on docket for Friday for the same.
Okay, I didn't pick you up. You're kind of blurry. So what were you telling me?
He's on docket for next Friday for the same thing.
Who's on docket next Friday?
I am, Judge. My name is James Green.
Okay. So
I have a case number if you need, Judge.
Your Honor,
Yep.
I got it here. It looks like.
okay.
Let me just take a look here. 583. All right, Your Honor, it looks like this case was inadvertently filed twice against both parties, actually. So the case that's scheduled for next Friday is case ending in 919. We'll be dismissing that case in light of the proceedings today.
Gotcha. But your name again, sir, was
He's on this
James.
case as well, Your Honor. He's James Green. He's defendant 1.
I'm like the main one.
well, hold on. You know what? They typed it in wrong on my cover sheet. That's why I don't have a J. Okay. Jason Pete. All right. Gotcha. Now, I just thought I had Jessica, one with one S, one without, or with two S. I don't know what they were typing. Anyway, we're good. Okay. So the other one next week is likely to be dismissed. They're going to proceed on this case. All right, folks?
Thank you.
All right. So what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $1,664.45.
Okay.
And folks, how are you intending on getting that paid?
We have a hog appointment on the 26th.
Okay. Here's what I'll do is let me ask you this. The appointment you have on the 26th, was that the original appointment they set for you?
Yes.
Okay. So they're going to have to find a way to move that. I'll adjourn this out 1 week to the 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. Okay, what I'd suggest you do is you call Hawk and let them know that you got the 1 week adjournment and you're set for next Friday, and see if they do anything to move your appointment up.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Also, James is disabled. He's renal failure. He's been doing dialysis, and we're just waiting for Social Security to kick in so we can actually pay bills.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. So let's do this. Let's try to. You got it. So you got to kind of get over this hump here and try to get it paid, and then hopefully things will smooth out for you. Okay. So call Hawk, tell them this is when your next court date is. See if they'll do anything about your appointment. Otherwise, we'll figure out something that we're going to do on the 21st on this. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Coachville versus Brian Vasquez. Brian Vasquez, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $659.62, costs of $173 for a total due of $832.62. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested. Writ to issue 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Holly Bonzer. She's here.
I'm here.
There she is. All right. I need a camera, ma'am.
There we go.
Hello. All right. What's the plaintiff's claim in this case?
$1,817.39.
All right. Ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I paid it today.
Okay,
In
you
full.
did? Okay.
Yes.
So
And I have
here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn it
evidence.
out. That's okay. I'll adjourn it out 1 week, the 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. If it looks like it's paid, they're going to dismiss it out. If not, then the proceeding will go on. But you're telling me you paid, so we'll just kick it out then and hopefully it'll be dismissed. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Crossing versus Nicholas Buckland and Brittany Moore. Buckland, Moore, no oh, that might be. I got, hello.
Hi, Mr. Simpson. My name is William Brooks. I'm Nicholas's roommate. He couldn't make it, so I'm here on behalf of him.
Okay, so you're, what's your name?
William Brooks. I'm one of the other occupants. I'm actually on the lease.
Okay, but you're not a leaseholder.
Correct.
Okay, so Mr. Buckland, what about Brittany Moore? Are they?
Brittany Moore was Nick's ex-girlfriend. She no longer lives with us.
Okay, so the problem is you cannot appear for him. Okay. So here's how I'm going to do this. Miss Thornbush, what's the plaintiff claim in this?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,137.46.
All right. So, sir, since you're appearing, but I'm going to let them take a default, is it your understanding that the amount is going to be paid anytime soon, or what's going on?
Yeah, it'll be paid. I can pay over half of it next Friday when I get paid.
Okay, let me ask you this: the 2137.46 between, as you know, between you and Mr. Buckland, when do you guys intend to get that paid?
I can get with Nick and see how much he has. But like I said, I'll be taking care of the majority of most of it because I make more money than Nick. So.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do so that you know.
Yes, sir.
Since you can't appear on his behalf, he's not here. I'm going to grant a default judgment for possession with their
What does
total
it mean,
redemption
sir?
amount. Hang on a second. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Total amount of 2137.46. Okay. And why I'm asking, so that would have to be paid by the 24th.
The 24th. Okay.
Right. But what I'm trying to figure out is you get paid next week, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm trying to figure out for you guys, because somebody's here, but I have to give them the default because the named parties aren't here.
Okay.
When do you believe that can be paid?
I can have it done by the 24th, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
You can have it done by the 24th? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I'll enter the judgment for possession, writ to issue in 10 days.
So, Your Honor, what
All
does
right.
that mean? I have 10 days to pay it, or?
Yes, you have 10 days to pay it, which is the
Okay.
24th. So you got it. You're telling me you guys can get it paid by the 24th. So I'm just issuing a standard judgment. You got to get it paid by that date.
No
Okay.
problem.
If you
Yes, sir.
don't, then the landlord can request an eviction or an order of eviction from the premises.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'll make
Okay,
sure it's
got
taken
it?
care of. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Northville Crossing versus William Harrison and Leon Butler.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Oh, there's Miss Harrison and I think Miss Butler.
Yes, here I am.
Oh, there you are. Okay, you moved over when you turned on your camera. I got you. Okay. All right. Ms. Dornbush, how much is owing on this?
Well, with costs, Your Honor, $1,177.
Okay. Folks, how do you intend on getting that paid?
Your Honor, we will have it paid by Wednesday, the 18th.
You'll have it paid by next week?
Yes.
Yeah. We paid a portion of it, $911 on the 7th, and the remaining we can pay on Wednesday. My husband gets paid on Monday, but his checks are usually dated for Tuesday. So we know that Wednesday is
Okay.
a short
So
date.
by the 19th, you're going to have this all cleared, you think?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to March 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. Now that's an in-person hearing, but if you get it paid, I suggest that you contact the attorney's office that's on your paperwork just to make sure it's paid. If everything's paid, they're going to dismiss the case. All right, folks?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
you, Your
you.
Honor.
Have a good day.
You too. Northville Crossings versus Candace Lopez and Gabriel Lopez. Candace, Gabriel Lopez, they're not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $2,788, cost of $246 for a total due of $3,034. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue on or after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Kelsey Perry.
Here, Your
And
Honor.
Denzel Perry. I got Kelsey here. Okay, how much is owing?
With cost $2,131.02.
Okay, Miss Perry,
Yes.
how are you guys intending on getting this paid?
I'm waiting to hear for the SCR because I have an organization that might be able to help, but they want a decision from the SCR before they do anything.
Okay. How many people are in your household?
2 adults, 2 kids.
So 4?
Yes.
Okay. So an SCR, if it's granted, is only going to cover $740. You know that.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So how are you intending? So you have an organization that once they hear from
Yeah, they want us to
state-
get they want to know if SCR is gonna approve us or deny us before they do anything.
Okay. Are they intending on paying everything or?
They are intending on, I believe they are intending on paying all of it. They just don't know if SCR is gonna come through for some of it.
I got you. Okay. So when did you apply for an SCR?
Earlier this week.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to need you to do on your screen. Well, you're on a phone, so you'll have to swipe across. There is a QR code in your paperwork that you received. There's a form called a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out and submit it back to the court. You need to do that by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. And that you'll have to put your tracking number for the SCR on there. Okay.
Okay.
I will then, and maybe you'll have an answer by the time we come back, but I'll adjourn this out to March 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. Okay. That's an in-person hearing.
Okay.
Okay. And get as much from the other individuals that are helping, get as much information as you have regarding that so that hopefully we can get this resolved. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Northville Crossing versus Michael Powers and Gary Lindau and Jessica Lindau.
Good morning.
Oh, Mr. Powers is here. There he is. Okay. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $1,943.72.
All right. And Mr. Powers, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I should have it paid by next Friday.
By next Friday?
By this coming Friday, yes, sir.
Okay, and can you get it paid early in the day?
I'm gonna try to
Or-
have it paid by Thursday, so I don't have to show up and it get dismissed. But I'm gonna,
Okay.
you know, but if I have to show up, I'll have to show up. But I'll have it paid by Friday.
All right, so let me do this. I'll adjourn it to March 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. All right, and that's an in-person hearing, and I'm gonna take no offense that you don't want to come by and see us. I'll be okay. All right. All right, Mr. Powers, take care.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too. Sile Farms versus Marcus Shaw and Sandra Jones. Shaw, Jones, they are not present. You may proceed.
Thank you. There's rent to retain of $1,514.84, cost of $229 for a total due of $1,743.84. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with written issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested, writ issue 10 days. Sile Farms versus Antoine Bailey. Oh, they're here. Antoine Bailey. Not really. Oh, there we go.
How you doing today?
Okay, we got you. All right, Mr. Bailey. Okay, what is the claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $3,478.73.
Right. Mr. Bailey, how are you
Yes, sir.
intending on getting that paid?
So I do have an SER in, as well as a appointment with Hawk. My appointment with Hawk is scheduled on March 31st at 9 a.m. But
March 31st?
yeah, it's scheduled at March 31st at 9 a.m. with Hawk. I
Okay.
do currently have an SER in. And
So here's what you're gonna have to do. That SER, in your paperwork, you have a rental assistance form that you'll need to fill out and get to the court by this Wednesday. You
Can I
can
come
use the
get that?
QR code that's on the screen. You'll see the QR code since you're on a phone if you swipe across, or you can come down to the court, get that form. I need that form filed with the court by Wednesday. Understood? I would also suggest that you contact Hawk and let them know that your next court date is on the 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. and that they might want to move your appointment up if they can.
Okay, Judge Simpson.
Yes, sir.
So I came to court back in December, and we had some discrepancies based on the amounts of money that I had paid. And I did exactly what you told me to do, ×4, in addition to an additional $1,000. And like it's been like a communication error, and that's why I'm back in your courtroom right now. I even wrote you a letter prior to the court date when I came back in December, but you didn't read the letter until we actually got into the court. I guess that's when the letter was brought to you. But I did, I made an agreement to pay $1,837.25, which was half of the past due amount that was due in November. I paid that. You told me when I came to court in November, you said, Mr. Bailey, I need you to pay at least $1,000 before you come back to court in December. Not only did I pay $1,000, I paid $3,970. And I wrote out everything based on what the payments were for. So I paid for my past due rent that would have took me up to December. I paid $1,000 for December. I paid $1,000 for January. That would have took me into February. But in January, I had got some additional help with $1,000, and I provided an additional $1,000. So I've given $5,000 since the last court date that I've had, but they're telling me that I owe. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not, like I've paid $4,970. You told me to pay $1,000 before the next time I came to court. The rental
Okay,
office.
I don't, Mr. Bailey, I don't have that file in front of me, so I can't. And I'm not independently recalling what you're telling me.
Okay,
but here's the thing. If you think that there are payments that haven't been attributed to your account, we can deal with that next week when you show up, okay?
Right. It's not that they're not being attributed to my account. They're not being attributed properly to the months that are owed. I made an agreement to pay a certain amount of money, and then I paid additional funds moving forward. I made one payment of a large lump sum. They told me that they would not guarantee the agreement prior to. I called Miss Dornbush. I left her several messages. I guess she was on vacation, and I talked. The lady Susan was in court the last time I came to court in December, sir. Like, so we haven't.
Right.
And
So,
they
Mr.
have a new
Bailey,
manager
Mr.
that's-
Bailey, Mr.
Yes.
Bailey, what do you want me to do?
I mean, if you can have somebody look at the tape, look at the court hearing, based on what you told me, based on what I did, based on the letter I sent in, everything I did, everything you told me to do, and I satisfied the payments that I owe. I also tried to contact Palace
So,
Law.
well, but Mr. Bailey, if you made a payment in December, they have your rent paid through November of 2024.
I
So
understand
something
that.
fell through the cracks, and I don't know what it is.
So I would
So,
like to work with you so we can correct it.
okay. Well, Mr. Bailey,
Your Honor, if I
You're next.
may, just responding to some of the statements that Mr. Bailey has made here today. Sydney, Attorney Fontanilla, from our office, Your Honor, did speak with Mr. Bailey at the court hearing back in December. Mr. Bailey contacted our office the day of court. She returned the phone call and was sent to voicemail. She was unable to leave a message. And the note here is that he never returned our phone call, and that was as of December 30th. So,
Okay,
May I
gotcha.
respond to
All right.
that, Judge Simpson?
And I don't know what the response to that's gonna do for me right now.
Okay, whatever we need to do to move forward, sir.
I can't resolve anything today. I don't have that file in front of me. You're telling me things I don't have in front of me.
I understand.
So what
that.
I'm gonna do is March 21st, 2025, 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. You need to file the paperwork with the court by next Wednesday, and then we'll try to sort out all of this, okay?
Not a problem. You said what time on the 21st?
3 p.m.
I'll see you at 3 p.m.
Thank you. Court calls the case, Sile Farms versus Alex Corser and Alyssa Proctor. Corser, Proctor, no response. You may proceed.
thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $7,610.68, cost of $229 for a total due of $7,839.68. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with right to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with the writ to issue in 10 days. Sile Farms versus Arkeem Kirk and LaFloria Jackson. Kirk, Jackson, no response. You may proceed.
There's rent to retain of $973.73, cost of $229 for a total due of $1,202.73. We ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with writ to issue 10 days. Sile Farms versus Elise Liu.
Yes, I'm here.
And Your Honor, that case I believe is a dismissal. We have it marked for a dismissal.
Yeah, I'm up to date on my
Okay.
payments. I'm finally on time with my payments. I'm up to date. I owe nothing.
Okay, yeah, all
Your
right.
Honor.
So you don't have a problem if they're dismissing, correct?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Case is dismissed. You have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Sile Farms versus Joshua Marvin.
That one is also a dismissal, Your Honor, but let me double check.
All right, that
Yes,
case is
dismissal.
dismissed. And I have Sile Farms versus Kathy Niner.
Also a dismissal, Judge.
I like how you're going with these. Good. That's a dismissal. And Sylvan Crossing versus Andy Marshall. Andy Marshall, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $849.15, cost of $194, for a total due of $1,043.15. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
All right. Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Michelle Johnson. That also is a dismissal. And then you're going to try to.
I actually have updates on both of them, Your Honor. The two
fantastic.
Spice Tree and Valley Ranch matter, so we're ready to go on those.
All right, Spice Tree versus Alyssa Mosley.
And for the record, Your Honor, my client did confirm receiving the two payments totaling $1,900.
And so now she's at a $2,000 figure. Miss Mosley? Yeah.
Hello?
Hello. Okay. So they do have the 1,900. So you're still at about $2,063 or thereabouts. And when is that going to be paid?
So the next time I get paid is the 28th of this month. So is there any way that we can, I guess, push it to the 31st just to be on the safe side?
Well, I can't do it that way, but are you going to pay that
Or the
full amount?
28th?
Is your intent to pay the full amount on the 28th?
Yes. Yep.
Over the objection of plaintiff, I'm going to adjourn this out 2 weeks. You need to get that paid and have that balance in, or else I'm just going to issue a judgment. Understood?
Okay. Yes.
So I'll do March 28th.
So I have until the 28th?
Pardon?
I'm sorry. I cut you off. Go ahead.
You get paid on the 28th. You need to get that payment into the landlord. I'm giving you a grace of about a week to get that done because that's what you told me you can do.
Okay.
All right. 28th at 12 p.m. So you got to have it in well before noon on the 28th.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Valley Ranch versus Lauren Victor.
Hi, I'm here.
Sorry, Ms. Victor. I was able to confirm with my client. They did receive $2,200 today. It hasn't cleared yet. It's still processing, but payment was submitted.
Was submitted. Okay. And Miss Victor, you're indicating you can on the 28th?
Yes, sir. Yep, that's my next paycheck. Do that. Mhm.
Can you, the time is noon, isn't it? Yeah. Can you get that in before noon?
I will do my darndest. Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. If not, I'm going to issue a judgment. I'm going to adjourn it out 2 weeks because that's your next payday. I'm doing that over the objection of plaintiff. But get it done so hopefully it can get in, get processed. The earlier you get it in and it processed, maybe then a dismissal can happen. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Judge.
March 28, 2025 at 12. Thank you. I knew that. I don't know why.
And Your Honor, there is somebody signed in under iPhone 2. I don't know if they're trying to get the court's attention. I don't know if that's one of my tenants, but I figured I'd hang out to see if maybe we can identify them before I sign off.
Okay. There's an individual that signed on iPhone 2. Can you unmute and tell us your name? Oh. Okay, she turned off her camera. iPhone 2. Can you send him a message? Oh, camera's back. Can you unmute? Which one? You think it's Aaliyah Brown?
That was a default we took, Your Honor.
Yeah. Okay. Ma'am, is it Aaliyah Brown? Yeah. Are you Miss Brown? If you are, shake your head for me. Okay. All right. And you live at Whitaker Oaks? Okay. So there was a default taken on your case, but I think you've been there for a while. Do you know how to work the sound on your Zoom there? You don't know? Okay. All right. What was the default taken for? I don't have the file.
3775.44.
Okay. Miss Brown, they're saying that you owe $3,775.44. Do you have a way that you're going to get that paid? Okay, I don't read lips very well, so I'll ask yes or no questions, okay? Have you applied for Hawk? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Oh, there she is.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
sorry. I had to go
yay.
into my settings and unmute it. It was like my phone is acting up. I'm so sorry. Yes.
No, it's okay.
They said that we owed like 3,000 and some change, if I'm not mistaken. Me and my boyfriend, we will be able to pay that amount next week because we just started the 1,600. I'm sorry, because we just started a new job about a week or so ago, and we get paid every week after this week. So we will be able to pay it the full amount of 16 next week. As far as the
Okay.
February,
Hold on.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, hold on a moment. Okay, they're indicating the judgment amount, but I'm not gonna do the judgment, but it's $3,775.44. Okay, so how much are you gonna be able to pay?
As well, correct?
Pardon?
That's including late fees, correct?
That's including the fees. That's everything. So my question is, how much are you going to be able to pay by next Friday?
We'll be able to pay 1,600 by next Friday because it's only two of us currently.
All right, that's fine. So you need, what time is her Fridays? 3 p.m. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a hearing for March 21st, 2024, 25, excuse me. You said 3? At 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing down at the courthouse. Okay?
We're not going to be able to make that because we work at a factory and we have to be there at 2 and we don't get off till 10.
Okay. All right. So if you can get time to do a Zoom hearing,
okay,
then you'll have to file the paperwork for us to have you appear via Zoom. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So that's the time that it's set for. All right.
Okay.
And you're going to pay $1,600 before that hearing, right?
Correct.
You can do that?
Yes.
Okay. So get that paid into the landlord, and then next week we'll figure out where we're going to go from there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds good? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. And this way, well, are you going to be able to work Zoom next time? Or no, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah. I'll be able to work Zoom next time. It's just my phone's been acting up.
You'll be okay. All right. We'll see you in a week. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Take care. All right. Ms. Dornbush, I think that's it.
It is indeed till this afternoon, but you won't see me. I think you'll see Miss Matson from my office this afternoon. So have a great
Gotcha.
weekend.
Okay, you do the same. Enjoy
Thank
the
you.
weather, huh?
I'm gonna try. We'll see if I can get out there to do it.
All right. You take care.
Bye.
Court does call the case. So set out management versus Anthony Davis.
Okay, yeah, you're the defendant, Anthony Davis?
No, I am the manager, administrator of Seattle Lunga.
Oh, okay, all right,
Okay.
nice to meet you. Sorry, that's my client.
It's your client, okay.
Call him the defendant, okay.
All right. So-
Good afternoon, Your Honor, Laura Kirby on behalf of plaintiff.
All right. Anthony Davis, there's no response. Would you like to take a default?
Yes, Your Honor, I would love to take a default.
All right, and you were previously sworn. So
Okay.
we're good.
Be Your Honor, plaintiff moves for a default judgment for possession only. We have current rent owed in the amount of $5,145.72. Court cost is $175. Total redemptive amount is $5,320.72. Requesting a writ date of March 24th, and I do have the judgment on hand.
All right, very good. Judgment to the plaintiff. That is
Thank
by
you.
default. For possession, amount is in the amount requested with a writ to issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. A long full docket.
Sorry to take up all your time.
Yeah, that's it. All right, thank you. I've signed it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. That's it for us for that block? Yeah. Okay. Woo, that was stressful. All right. Well,
Have a
Or-
good day. Good weekend, Your Honor.
you do the same. And so we will, I guess, stand in recess, but before I go into recess, if you're watching, Clyde, I'm just gonna tell you hello. All right, from all of us here at 14A. We think that you're watching today and maybe you're watching at this moment. So take care of yourself, fella. All right, court stands in recess. DJM Land Company versus Mitchell Kish.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Andrew Hendra appearing on behalf of DJM Land Company.
I have a notice of dismissal in this case.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Filed late, but I'll sign off on that. Case is dismissed.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Comfort Home Rentals versus Lauren December.
I think I'm the only one here, Your Honor. Joe Lloyd for the plaintiff. I haven't seen Mr. Member.
You have not seen her?
I've not seen her, and I've been trying to contact her over the last few days
And
and heard nothing
okay.
and no money.
Want to take a default?
Please.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, go ahead.
There's rent due and owing as of today of $6,000. We have taxable costs of $237. We have personal service, so I'm seeking possession with a redemption amount of $6,237 and a money judgment of the same amount.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested as well as money judgment with a rich issue in 10 days. And I've signed the.
You do have the.
I have the previous one, so.
I think you only have to change the date.
To the 24. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Court does call the case, Town Center Place versus Marshall Person.
Thank you, Your Honor. Jackie Snyder, father, for Mark Wasbury, for plaintiff.
Hello, Your Honor. Emily Brule, P 88273 for Mr. Parsons.
Wow, really? It came in the mail? Sweet. We don't have to listen to all of that. Oh, it is. Glad I could be a part of it. All right. Where were we on this case?
So we are close to resolution. The Hawk check came for $1,262, which would have covered, I think, either court costs or March rent. I'm not sure if Mr. Parson has already paid his March rent.
He has not.
Yes.
He is not. So
Then it covered March rent with a $16 additional credit that would then go toward court costs.
all right.
I'm sorry.
So how much is still owing?
Hold on one second. Okay, so we got a check for $1,262.61, which is what we have as his whole balance for March. So he
Got
should
it.
owe court cost of $177.40.
All right. So is he intending on paying this or what's he?
I'm sure he is. I have not gotten to check in with him today, but yes.
Okay, but the majority of it is covered. I mean, I can do one of two things. I can just adjourn it out a week or two, and just let him pay. And if not, then I either do a judgment or dismissal, however plaintiff wants to handle it. But if the majority of it's paid, then.
Yeah.
Adjourning it out would be our preference, Your Honor.
All right, you want 1 or 2 weeks?
One should be fine for us.
Okay.
Think 1 week would do it? Okay. March 21st, 2025 at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Court calls the case of Willow Ridge Apartments versus Keona Williams.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sidney Katz, on behalf of plaintiff.
Well,
good afternoon.
What's your name?
Keona Williams.
All right. And where are we on this case?
Well, Your Honor, we were in court a couple weeks ago. Ms. Williams indicated she was going to make a payment to my client. No payment has been made. There is now currently owed $5,409, which includes costs, Your Honor. I don't see any attempts to have made payments.
That's incorrect.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me yours.
I'm sorry. We had made arrangements to make a payment of $1,000 on that Friday, which was 2 weeks prior,
Right.
and then $1,500 today, and both payments have been made to the main office. I dropped off the $1,500 payment probably around 10:30-ish.
Today.
And the 1,000 was paid
Because
when?
the last time we were here, she had indicated that day, that was on the 20th of February, that she paid 1,000.
And I did.
They noted that, and then she was gonna pay 1,500 today.
Was
And
it
that both
today?
payments have been made.
Let me see.
And that would not quite be half the balance, but it'd be close to whatever, but
Your Honor, if I can confirm with my client that that payment today was made. Because I don't even, I do show that $1,000. I think that was the day of court. So let me check and confirm with my client that the 15 has been paid.
all right, I'll pass the matter and then I'll call you back up. Thank you. All right, so Karen Steele versus Robin Piach.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mr. Hampton's in the attorney room with the Steele.
Okay, but this would be much more pleasant if you just come up. No, go ahead, go ahead. And to make it speaking of pleasant, hello.
Judge, how are you today?
I'm just lovely. Thank you for asking.
You must be in a good mood. That lady left clapping, so I figured that's a good sign.
So you came in because he's in a good mood. I'll go in now.
No, Judge, you know I always come in no matter what,
That's true.
whether you want me or not.
Wow.
No, you just want. Sorry, Your Honor.
No, it's okay.
Dominic Camden appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Ashwin Patel, Student Legal Services, appearing on behalf of Robin Piach and Billy Piach and Chase Piach are present as well.
Who she's not representing, Judge.
Yes,
You are not representing.
represent Robin Piach. She's a student. The other two defendants are here as well.
They're
You're representing
They're co-
Rob
Yes,
because she's a student and then.
yes, Your Honor.
Two are here. Okay. All right.
So counsel and I have attended a mediation with Craig Ross. If I'm ever getting like to a point you don't want me to go in, just yell at me. I won't take it personally. We mediated with Craig Ross. The parties have engaged in a couple of counseling sessions, and they have a third one that is scheduled for, I believe, next week.
The 20th.
The 20th. Ms. Patel forwarded me a document yesterday or the day before. I've had a busy week. Day before. That I forwarded to my client this morning during a separate mediation, which was my third one this week. And we were discussing that in the hall. The document which counsel forwarded to me opens up some further communication that I need to have with my client. It quite honestly, some substantial conversation that I think I need to have with my client as well as with counsel.
My thought is, and correct me if I'm if you don't agree.
Yeah.
My thought is it would be good if we could put it over a few more weeks. We may be able to resolve it if we can put it over a few more weeks. And the parties are working hard in counseling as well to try to resolve things.
And I don't disagree with that. There are two options, Your Honor. One, you could schedule us for an additional pretrial or schedule us for a trial date with a settlement conference date.
Well, I would give you either a final settlement conference date or a Friday. So,
I would prefer
whatever your
pretrial
preference
if
is,
possible.
counsel. Sounds like everybody's trying to work hard, doing whatever, and so
We're doing our jobs. So, trying to.
Sometimes Hamden with you, I'm not sure what that is, but it's okay.
Doing our job.
So I can. Let me ask you this: as you go through this, is there going to come a point where you think you might need the court's assistance in trying to do something?
If we get stuck on something, I think it would be helpful to have Your Honor's assistance.
So why don't I put it on my final settlement conference docket?
Okay.
And certainly adjourn also from that. But if you get to a point, that way you can probably give me, I'll have more time and you can probably give me more of a status as to exactly where you are and whatever. So you want about a month out or how far out do you want? I trust you guys.
I had a massive trial scheduled for the end of April that settled this morning with Elizabeth Kitchen. So,
okay.
So,
what do I have in here?
There's the first.
As the first, 8th, or the 22nd, whatever your pleasure.
The 22nd, Judge, I will be in trial with Judge Barr.
Okay. So I only have the 1st and the 8th, if that gives you enough time.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. What were the dates again?
1st, 8th, and the 22nd.
But the 22nd doesn't work for
of April or May, Judge?
April.
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, due to medical reasons, those dates will not work. Their procedures scheduled.
You need May.
For both.
Got it.
You need May.
Yeah, could we go to May?
I'll be here.
That's good to know, Your Honor.
What? Yeah, the 6th or the 20th in May.
Could we do the 20th just to be on the?
Does that work for you, Mr. Hamden? And you folks, will that work for you?
May 20th will work, Judge.
All right.
May 20th, okay.
That final settlement conference, May 20th, 2025 at 9 a.m. That's in person. It is likely I won't be in my courtroom. I'll be in courtroom A on that day.
Courtroom A, okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Talk to you too.
Okay.
And good seeing one of you.
Yeah, thank you.
No.
16, Judge.
Yes. I know. That's why I say the stuff I do. Lakestone Apartments versus Sebastian Phillips.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Samantha Sprague, 81931, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good afternoon. And your name, sir?
Sebastian Phillips.
Okay, and where are we on this case?
Your Honor, we have received confirmation that $1,000 has been secured by CMH. However, we have not, there's still a matter of $407.14 that needs to be addressed.
That was 400 and
so there's a
was it?
$407.14 that has not been secured. We would note that payment has not been received for the 1,000, merely promised. So
got it. Okay, but that was a commitment letter from CMH. So, okay, so that will get through. I'm not gonna. So, sir, what about the $407 or?
The APS said that they pay $1,000. They said that for me to fill out a SCR new one.
To do a new SCR?
Yeah, they told me to fill out a new SCR, which I did, and they said that once they get the information back from them, they'll have the money. But
what?
They'll have the money. That's what they said. She just texted me, and then she told me to fill out an SOS because I didn't qualify before because I made too much money. So I did fill out an SOS because I do qualify now for SOS, and they have an appointment on the 22nd. So I'm doing the best I can.
No, I got you. So so did they
I can
tell
pay
you-
it all off
Here's
from-
what I'm trying to think. I'm trying to figure out. There's one person in your unit, right?
Yeah.
So if your SDR is awarded, that would cover this 407. And that's what they're thinking is gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
But then if they don't, is somebody else gonna step in?
Yeah, I can personally. I get paid on the 28th, so I can just pay it.
And then SOS.
Yeah, SOS has an appointment for me on 22nd.
Your Honor, sorry, I had given advice, but, I think SOS should be able to pay the remaining balance.
Okay, but when is that appointment?
22nd.
Okay,
Your Honor, if I may.
yes.
I know at
Yes,
the
Kim.
last hearing, we'd adjourned in order to provide some additional time to verify this. Because of the balance, my client is willing to wait 30 to 60 days out for payment in full. So if it's possible for us to put terms for a conditional dismissal, and we can stipulate that if third-party funds are received within that time, it goes away. But that would be payment in full for the $1,407.14 within the 60 days.
Okay.
Does that provide? Okay.
You
And-
understand that, sir?
Yeah.
And
Okay, so basically it would be a conditional dismissal with this full balance needs to be paid within 60 days. All right. You think that can happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
in your honor, we would note that we would also request that it's in addition to timely monthly rental payments. We do
Yes.
show that his interim recertification was processed. He would just be responsible for that new rental rate during this time.
Okay, you got that also, sir? So what that would mean is you have to pay your rent plus that, well, this back balance has to be paid within 60 days. You have to pay your monthly rent timely.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
And then at that point, then once everything's paid, we're done.
Yeah.
All right. If you don't, then they would be entitled to basically reopen the case. It's conditionally dismissed along these terms. They would have the ability to reopen the case. They would get a judgment plus an order of eviction if all of those things aren't met. So if you don't pay your rent on time, they can seek to get a judgment.
Yeah.
If that money's not paid within 60 days, they can get a judgment and an order of eviction.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah, I was just sort of in disagreement with the fact that I'm dealing with these agencies and they're not paying in conjunction with the late fee that they're suggesting, the leasing office is suggesting.
Meaning you're accruing late fees because
Yeah.
the money's not there. And I don't know if there's anything that can be done about it.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Okay. So you understand all of those terms?
Yes.
All right. You would have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe that there's some legal reason, some right you didn't assert, or some confusion on your part, you'd have to file a motion with the court within that time frame to try to set this aside.
Okay.
Okay. If the council drafts a conditional order of dismissal, do you give her permission to sign your name to that as long as it meets with those terms? And I will double check it once it comes.
Yeah.
Will that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Council, if
And-
you can get that over to, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding all the terms so I can make sure I'm drafting appropriately, Your Honor. I do show that there is past due rent in the amount of $1,175.14 with court costs in the amount of $232 for a total due and owing of $1,407.14. Defendant agrees to provide payment in full within 60 days. Plaintiff will accept third-party funds. And then these payments are to be made in addition to timely monthly rental payments. If a reinstatement should be required, the money judgment may issue it for the amount due at that time with an appropriate ledger. And are we doing box 4B and 7, Your Honor?
Pardon?
And we would prefer to do box 4B and 7?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Your Honor. I'll get that drafted and sent over.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. We worked it out.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. You take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. Sandy McFiddish versus Robert Rogers.
Your Honor, I didn't realize Mr. Rogers was here.
Okay.
We spoke yesterday. We have an agreement. Can you pass this just for a second?
Yeah, I will pass it. You got another one, Mr.?
Yeah.
Sandy McFiddish versus Stephanie Sims. Then I'll get Mr. Katz out.
Stephanie Sam.
All right, where are we on this case?
The amount of rent that's owed is $2,775. There's court costs of $175 for a total of $2,950. SOS is going to pay the entire balance. I gave them 30 days to do that. I had Mr. sign a conditional dismissal. This is a 4A case because the entire amount is coming from SOS.
All right. And she signed off. You did. Hello, do you have any questions regarding any of this?
No, sir.
All right. Did you explain her rights?
Yes.
All right. And he did do that?
Sir.
Cases conditioning dismissed. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, I'm ready on the other one.
Okay. Then I'll get McFiddish versus Roger.
Your Honor, this case involves a garage lease. So here's what we've agreed to do. There's rent owing on the garage of $550. There's $175 in court costs for a total of $725. He's already mailed to the management company his monthly rent on his apartment and included $250 for the garage. So we're agreeing that $250 of that payment, when it's received, will get applied toward this. That will basically leave a balance of $475. We're going to do a payment plan where by the 10th of the month for the next 4 months, he's going to pay his monthly garage rent plus $100. And then on the 5th month, he's going to pay his monthly garage rent plus $75.
Got it.
And this is a 4A case. Although what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it the way it is.
All right.
I think he's going to do it. We had a very good conversation yesterday, and we'd ask the court to sign that.
All right. Is all of that correct, sir?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions regarding this conditional order dismissal? No? All right. And did you explain to him, Mr. Reed?
I did not.
All right. Sir, I'm going to sign this. You have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe that there's some confusion, some right you didn't assert, or some misunderstanding on your part, you'd have to file a motion with the court within that time frame. Okay?
Yes.
Understand that? That doesn't mean I grant it, but you'd have that time frame to think about this. All right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And we've agreed one more thing, that when he sends in his payments, he's going to send in separate money orders for the apartment and for the garage, so that it's very clear on what gets applied where.
All right. Very good. This case is conditionally dismissed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great weekend.
You do the same.
Are you playing today? Or is Maryland playing today?
Yes, they play tonight, I believe.
Oh, perfect.
That's right.
So we're not hurrying to get out of here.
That's right.
And I think that after you, then my team loses.
Yes, they will lose.
Sorry, what's your?
Michigan.
Oh.
Michigan plays Purdue.
I didn't really mean to say it that way. I just did.
Well, you picked on the Michigan State guy last week, so I'll take it.
You leave that. So all I know is go Terps. Willow Ridge Apartments versus Keona Williams recall.
Good afternoon again, Your Honor. Sidney Katz on behalf of plaintiff. Your Honor, I did follow up with my client. Ms. Williams is correct. I think last time we agreed that we would just adjourn this again, make sure that she made that initial payment. I'm okay with adjourning this till the 28th.
Because that's the next time you get this paid, right?
Yes.
All right. March 28th, 2025 at 3 p.m.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good weekend.
And just so you know, Ms. Williams, I didn't have a doubt what he was going to figure out. I knew you had paid.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you. Is that it for you, Mr. Katz?
That is it.
All right. Very good. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Homestead Commons versus Deanna Chapman.
Afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Carrie Zanon on behalf of plaintiff. It looks like Ms. Chapman is here. However, Ms. Chapman is represented by Attorney French, Ron French.
Okay.
Do you remember? Well, he thought it was via Zoom. He could not get into Zoom, called me. I spoke with him. I don't think he filed. I don't think he
Didn't file the Zoom.
He did, Judge.
Diana Chapman, Your Honor.
And so I've told Mr. French I would adjourn 1 week for us to figure out a resolution. I'm
Okay.
working on it. I didn't have an answer as of yet anyway, so I'm okay with adjourning in 1 week.
That all right with you?
Well, we can adjourn it out 1 week, but I would prefer at this time because so many things have been done to me that I would like to leave. And I would like.
Well, I think here's the thing. I think you need to talk, you're represented by counsel. So I want you to talk to your counsel about that. If that's something the parties can work out, that's fine.
I just.
That's what I'm
I
working
just-
on.
I
trying
just
to
want to
do.
be done with it and I want to leave.
All right, let Mr. French know.
I have a lot of
and
medical
I'm sure they
stuff
will
coming
work.
up.
I'm sorry?
I have a lot of medical stuff coming up, like surgeries and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be in and out the hospital a lot.
Okay.
So I just want to go.
March 21st, 2025 at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Judge.
And talk to your attorney and then we'll see exactly where it is. My understanding is council's talking to each other.
We are, and yes. Hopefully a
Well-
resolution will happen very soon, Judge.
If I'm just given 60 days, I can just be gone.
Ma'am, understand this. You're represented by an attorney.
Yeah.
I can't have anything agreed to at this point.
Mm,
Okay? So you can tell me these things. I can't do anything with it.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So we're turning it out a week, 2 p.m. to 21st.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
So if I have a doctor's appointment, which I have
Talk
to
to your
check.
Then talk to your attorney. If you have a doctor's appointment that one of the reasons people have an attorney is they can appear on your behalf.
Just
Yeah.
let him know.
Well,
Okay?
yeah,
Thank you. Sycamore Meadow versus Jamaica Smith.
Judge, can you put them all together
All together?
if possible?
Fine.
Judge, Attorney Carrie Zanon on behalf of plaintiff. I'm still not getting some of the things that I need to get. I would ask that we adjourn these for 2 weeks. I know that on the Jamaica Smith file, counsel's asking to make sure that if we don't have a we've talked about resolution. I've proposed it to my client. I don't have an answer yet. She wants to just be able to file an answer if my response is no to the request. And I don't have an objection to that at this point, Judge.
All right. Any objection to adjourning these to the 28th?
Judge, can we not do the 20th? Can we go the following week? And the only reason why I'm saying is that I'm out of town. That's my spring break week with my child.
And
I don't.
I may not have the 4th available,
Okay.
but. Excuse me? It's not gonna be, you know what, what I'll do is I'll stick these, because of the circumstances here, I'll adjourn these to April 11th.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
I don't have a docket really that day, but April 11th at 1 p.m. 1 p.m.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate your time.
All right, thank you. Have a great weekend. J Group Holdings versus Lazar Stafffield. They didn't get to say.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Plaintiff Anthony Momena appearing on behalf of plaintiff J Group Holdings.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Azara Stafford.
Your interpretation. On this case.
Your Honor, I'm not quite sure. Last time we appeared in the court had advised the parties to all reserve all the documents that had been served because of some last pleadings the defendant filed. I haven't received any additional pleadings from them. We did file an answer to those pleadings. I do notice that I pulled the docket today, and there is, as of today, some reference to a dismissal with prejudice. And I'm not quite sure what that would mean in this.
Well, the problem is, and I don't. Okay. You've not received any documents that you attempted.
Nothing since the original delivery that I placed on the record.
At the last hearing, I struck all of the documents that had been filed by the defendant in this case, because she had changed the caption. They were to be refiled and served.
They were not.
Was that done?
Yes,
Was that done?
Your Honor, first of all, we have not been.
Ma'am, I asked a yes or no question.
Yes, Your Honor, we served the plaintiff with the joinder we filed and in federal court, we did. The plaintiff did not send us any pleadings. I have not received any complaint. I have not received, he has not followed the rule 5.108 of 7-day notice that he has to give me. He is in violation of professional responsibility, rule 7 and 8. We have not received any complaint, or he cannot produce proof of service to us, Your Honor. But we can provide proof of service that he was served by sheriff for federal claim.
We'll try this again. The last time that you were here, I told you that you had improperly changed the caption on the pleadings. I struck those pleadings, told you that you needed to refile them with the correct caption and serve them on opposing counsel.
Yes,
my sole question to you is,
okay,
did you do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did we get a new filing? Yeah, because if she filed them and served them, they would be in my court file. And it's odd. I don't see new filings in my court file. And I don't see, and counsel's indicating he didn't get it. But she's telling me she didn't.
So according to JIS, today an answer and motion to dismiss was filed.
That was
Not by me, Your Honor.
yes. Okay, I see that. But that was not the original. All right.
I have not seen that.
Service on here. I don't. I still have Carl Staffield on this case, and I don't know why.
Because he's a resident too.
Then he needs to properly join the case. I don't. You did it again. The caption you just changed.
May I speak, Your Honor?
Yeah, go ahead. We did the same thing we did the last time.
And may I show this to you?
No.
This
you did the same thing.
No.
this notice to appear is only addressed by the plaintiff for my daughter only, who is out of town, and we received it in the mail yesterday. And it doesn't even have my name on it.
Who filed this dismissal?
We did. I did.
You're not the plaintiff.
I'm a counter plaintiff.
Then how do you give me a notice of dismissal regarding this case?
That was
and not sign it?
I'm sorry.
You filed a dismissal of the case under the section notice of dismissal by plaintiff. You are not the plaintiff.
I am a counter plaintiff, Your Honor.
I am not accepting any of these pleadings until you get the caption right. I'm not accepting these sort of random documents coming in as a dismissal, a notice of dismissal. The only thing that you would be entitled to dismiss would be to the extent you believe you have a counterclaim. That's the only thing you're going to dismiss. You can't dismiss his claim.
Yes, Your Honor. May I say one more thing, please?
Go ahead.
My grandmama died, and we are flying out of US next week to attend the funeral. If you want to.
I'm not going to allow you to continue to delay these matters through some improper procedures that you're employing. I'm not going to let that happen. My condolences on your loss, but I am not going to just continue to lay this matter out to have you continue to do the same thing.
What am I doing wrong, Your Honor?
I have already told you what you're doing wrong. If you don't think you're doing anything wrong, then maybe you need to get an attorney.
Okay.
That's licensed to practice
Okay.
to do this.
Okay. Could we have next hearing after April 1st, please?
I'm not going out that far.
Your Honor, this is the third appearance in this case.
Oh, I know.
You gave her 2 weeks after the last appearance.
To get everything right.
And you admonished her to get an attorney at that point.
I did.
Yes.
Striking those pleadings. Don't file anything else that's improper and not properly filed with this court. I'm just going to be that direct.
Good.
Matter will adjourn to March 21st, 2020.
If I may, Your Honor, briefly, just briefly. This is not a rent case, Your Honor. This is
I know.
Termination of tenancy. The lease has been up for 60 days. She's staying in there. There was an escrow order that was filed. To our knowledge, she hasn't paid the rent. To our knowledge, she didn't pay the jury fee. To our knowledge, all these things have happened, and my client is being prejudiced by the moment here. There's damage occurring to the premises. There was construction and landscaping that was violative of the city ordinances and the HOA standards. We have a witness here today to testify that the property is being damaged as we speak, and we need.
What way?
There's significant runoff and sediment runoff. That the backfill was backfilled 4 feet to 5 feet to more over the base of the trees in the backyard, and that's been that way for some time. The fact of the matter is she's had more than, defer to the court, of course, but she's had more than an opportunity. She's filed this federal suit. She's doing everything possible to delay our occupancy. And I just don't think it's equitable or right. It's up, of course, your decision, Judge.
Oh, I know.
She knows well what she's doing to buy time here. And she served all these pleadings. She claims she doesn't have an attorney. I read the pleadings. They were drafted by somebody other than her, it appears. She hasn't followed one rule. She hasn't served me once correctly. The person that's named in incorrect caption isn't even a tenant on the lease. I don't know where they came from here, but they're non-party. My clients had to pay me to come in here and deal with all this sort of thing. And I'm just, they've joined us in a federal case that names almost verbatim the same cause of action that's named in this very counterclaim that the court struck and apparently dismissed with prejudice. All I would ask the court is that I possibly could get if she wants to appeal this, and I would pretty much bet she's going to when the time comes. Let's get that process started. If at all the court would go along with us, let's get a judgment for possession entered. We can give them a little extra time if they want to put in the appeal period and get us our judgment. And then she can do what she's going to do anyway when she gets her day in court, according to her. She's been here 3 times. I've traveled from Oakland County.
I'm sorry to hear that.
3 different, yeah, me too. 3 different times to be here, Judge. None of what she files makes any sense. And it's just not right on my client's behalf to let my client continue to suffer while they occupy the premises without any consideration. She's going to appeal this if we win, and we probably will. The point being, let her appeal. Let's get that process started if that's what she's going to do. Thank you, Judge, for listening. Yes.
Okay, good.
I want to answer.
Go ahead.
Your client, sir.
No, you will address me.
Okay, I apologize. His client, Your Honor, is a loan shark who bought our property in a redemption period and signed an agreement to let us buy this house back from him. We are ready to go ahead buy this house back, but while his client was owning this place in last 9 months, the Barton Village put a lien on the property. Now we cannot get a mortgage because they have a lien on the property. And by him in this court trying to put me down because I'm representing myself is also another violation of
No, you need to talk to me.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Your Honor, we have served everything. This gentleman cannot provide one proof of service to this court. He gives us papers last minute. We received this in the mail yesterday. He did not serve us properly.
That was the escrow order only.
Okay. I'm sorry. Please don't interrupt me. Thank you very much. I didn't interrupt you when you speak. Extend me the same courtesy. Okay? This loan shark and his attorney are trying to...
Are you almost done?
Yes, to take us out of our home. And they put a lien on that house. So now we can't even get a loan to purchase the mortgage to purchase the property because it has a loan. Now he's asking us for the possession. We paid the rent, but the rental agreement is over. We want to buy the house. The lien doesn't let us buy the house, Your Honor.
I would ask for one brief moment to respond to that. If the court wishes.
Why are we doing this? Okay, so here's what happened. I told you what I was going to do.
Enough said.
You wanted to talk, then you wanted to respond. And now you want to go back and guys want to spend all day going back and forth. Tell you what, we can put you over there on the side. I can handle all these other people's cases so they don't have to sit through this. I'm required to. And you guys can just go back and forth, and then I'm going to do what I was going to do 5 minutes ago.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Hearing nothing else, March 21st, 2025, 2 p.m. You get the pleadings right or get an attorney in here. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Ma'am, you're not gonna yell when you're in here. You're not gonna whisper under your voice. I don't operate that way. Understood? No. Understood. I heard you all the way up here. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Judge.
Can you do me a favor? Can you go out there and just make sure they don't like? I don't want to call anymore. I'm done. I'm so done. Yeah, here, you take it. All right, let's try this one. I can't let you have it if you're not gonna be unbiased. All right. Danetta Masick versus Lula Williams.
Good morning. Oh, good afternoon, Your Honor. Happy Friday to you.
It was.
We're gonna make this easy.
Okay.
We have come to an agreement.
Yeah.
You guys want to put your names on record?
Donetta Masik.
My name is Lula Williams. I'm her mother.
Okay.
Wait, Dennis, on behalf of Ms. Williams, we've come to a conditional dismissal. Ms. Williams is gonna be out by Monday, end of the day, March
This
17th.
Monday coming out.
Yep.
All right. And then if she's not, then do I have the paperwork on the
Yes.
conditional?
Yes, and I
Maybe.
checked the box for the immediate.
Oh, I do have it.
For the immediate writ, which I usually don't do with our regular landlords.
Pardon?
I say I checked the bottom box, the one for the immediate, all she has to do is put in her, an affidavit.
Right,
order,
an affidavit.
And
the
then a
judgment,
writ.
and then- And you understand that, ma'am? That's what you would have to do?
Yes.
All right. And since you're the unrepresented party, do you have any questions regarding this conditional order dismissal?
Just about court fees or anything else I had to pay or did need to be paid?
I have what's on here is I have no court fees or anything. I have nothing in terms of any monetary amounts.
Okay.
What this just indicates is that the defendant will be moving by March 17th, 2025. If she doesn't move, then you would need to file an affidavit with the court as well as a judgment, and in order of eviction, the court would sign off on that. And then at that point, she could be forcibly removed from the premises. All right. All right. Again, since you're unrepresented, I would indicate to you, you do have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe that there's some right you didn't assert, some misunderstanding or some confusion on your part, you'd have to file a motion with the court within that time frame. Doesn't mean I grant it, but you'd have that time frame to do that.
Okay.
Okay? Any other questions?
I have one.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I just want to have a clean and comfortable move out of my daughter's house. I've been there for 2.5 years now, and I just want to be peaceful because I have been, and they just say.
Okay.
We'll address.
So and I think this provides for a clean move out, provided you do that by Monday.
Could they stay away from me because they come to the house a lot?
I can come to my house. No, thank you, ma'am. I have things that I need to fix so that we can move back into our house.
So technically,
My daughter's
Go
room
ahead,
window
I'm
was
gonna be
broken
quiet.
out. So I will be getting that fixed this weekend.
Your
All right.
daughter did it. I didn't do it.
Okay, Your Honor,
Okay.
we'll
You
resolve.
guys want me to sign this or not?
Yes, go ahead and sign it so I can
Thank
go.
you.
But you know, I
You
just
want me to sign it?
Mhm.
All right,
Go ahead and
great.
sign it.
This case is conditionally dismissed. You guys have a beautiful weekend.
Happy Friday, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Legends Grove Apartments versus Sobe Ekar.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Max Fieldmutter on behalf of plaintiff, Your Honor.
And your name, sir?
Sylvia Ashko, Your Honor.
All right, where are we on this case, folks?
We don't currently have a resolution on this one, Your Honor. At this time, management's indicating that there's a balance owing in the amount of $12,427.68. Court cost in the amount of $180, giving us our grand total of $12,607.68.
Your Honor, I'd like to address the rent first. The rent was paid. I went ahead and submitted documentation. Also, I confirmed.
What rent was paid? This amount?
I owe for, because technically I gave you paperwork that says how much I've paid so far as rent that Legend Grove has received, which was $19,775, which when you divide it by the base rate, it ends up being for 9 months. And technically I was there for 10 months if you're gonna include March. So I would only owe them the balance for March.
Did you get a copy of what was filed with the court?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I missed that.
Did you get a copy of what the defendant filed with the court regarding his
No, I have
payment?
yet to receive it.
Your Honor, because I didn't even get served correctly. When I asked for the ledger, or when they gave me the $2,000, I think it was $10,000 ledger. I had noticed that there's a docket number on there and I had to do the research on myself. I don't know, with all due respect, Your Honor, to this court, like, I don't even know the attorney's name. How am I gonna reach out to him? Like, if I don't know who's representing them.
All right, so let me stop you there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you if he were to use Mr. Landau, he can reach you through that, correct, counsel?
I'd prefer to provide different numbers so you can reach me directly.
Okay, so do this, put that in the chat, that'll go to my staff, and then we will give that to him. What I will then do.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. I tried to reach out to the Legends Grove via email to go ahead and get an updated ledger for the 12,000 as well as get his email contact information, but I'm blocked.
Okay.
So I wanted to.
Just listen. I'm not at this point gonna worry about what happened with the communication. I'm just gonna try to foster the communication.
Thank you.
So that the parties can at least talk. If you disagree, and then they gotta do it. But I don't even know if everybody's in disagreement at this point in time. You provided certain documentation, this documentation to the court, right?
Correct.
And so what I'm gonna do is, and I know this is unusual, but let's do this. We're gonna give you the phone number so you can reach counsel. Let's scan and get, what I'm gonna do, counsel, is we're gonna scan this, send it to you. Okay, so that you at least have that, okay?
Thank you.
And then I'm going to adjourn this out to the 21st, 2005 at 2 p.m. Yeah, welcome aboard on that. All right.
Your Honor, can I just say something real quick? I gave you the documentation because obviously, you know, I respect this court and I respect everything, but as far as from a Legends Grove aspect, their credibility is in question because they're changing dates on documents, and I don't want them to have it.
Sir, I don't know any of that. All I know is that you filed something with the court, they don't have it.
I understand, but if they're changing the dates to manipulate them, like when they come back to court, obviously they're being represented by counsel, so they have an advantage as it is already.
Did you want to get an attorney, sir?
I'll just be quiet. I'm sorry.
No, do you want an attorney?
No, it's not.
You can always get an attorney to come in and represent you.
I understand.
All right, but you can't file things with the court without the other side receiving them. It's same thing would have to happen if counsel were going to file something with the court. They'd have to make sure to try to serve you with that. Okay?
I understand.
So I'm just trying to foster that to happen because it hasn't happened.
I understand.
Which means that even if you call him, you guys aren't going to be having a discussion because who's looking at what?
Right.
Okay? So I'm adjourning it out to the 25th, 2 p.m. We'll send these copies over. And then you guys, and we'll give you the phone number. You give them a call and let's see exactly where we are.
Sure.
Next
The 25th at 2 p.m.
21st.
21st.
At 2 p.m.
Okay. Thank you,
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Before,
Yes, sir.
before passing on this matter, this might be wishful thinking, but management's unsure of whether the defendant is still at the property or not.
No, I'm not.
You're not in the unit?
No, I nothing. And then the keys and everything are in the kitchen. I left.
Did you?
Because they know how important it is.
Well,
I don't want the
sir,
eviction.
sir, if you're not in the unit, you voluntarily surrendered, did you turn over the keys?
I gave them everything. Yeah, everything's on the kitchen counter.
So management wasn't aware of the surrender of the keys being on the kitchen counter. So we weren't sure if we had permission to retake the property. They were just under the impression that he may have.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do, because I'm not, they're only asking for possession of the units.
They have it.
Well, stop.
I'm gonna shut up.
Guys,
Okay.
do that. They're only asking for possession of the unit. If you've given them possession of the unit, there's no reason for me to have a case here.
I understand.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Counsel, under the court rule, I'm gonna give you permission to enter the unit, your client's permission to enter the unit to inspect the premises for any waste or damage. If you have the keys in there, he's indicating on the record, you're voluntarily surrendering the residence. You can take possession, and then what I'll expect is a dismissal of this matter.
Understood, Your Honor.
But I'll leave the date in place in case it doesn't happen that way. But if you've left, there's no reason for me to send these documents. So I'm gonna wait on that too, counsel. All right.
I understand, Your Honor. No problem.
All right.
Your Honor, is he gonna contact me on my cell phone? Does he have that information?
Contact you regarding what?
So obviously, I left the premises. That's gonna be verified. So how am I gonna know if I should come into court next week or not?
Okay, so we're gonna give you his number.
Oh, okay.
Give a call sometime next week. Ask him, are you guys dismissing?
I understand.
If they say no, you gotta come here. If they say yes, they'll dismiss.
I understand. Thank you.
All right? Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel.
Not a problem, Your Honor.
Court calls the case of Arbor House Apartments versus Jasmine Branch.
Max Fieldmutter on behalf of plaintiff.
Hi,
Hello, what's your name?
Jasmine Branch.
You want to yell at me too?
No,
Okay, I'm just checking before I go ahead. All right, where are we on this case?
So you have to have a resolution on this matter. We've got a rent to retain in the amount of $7,527.24. Court cost amount of $180, giving us our grand total of $7,707.24.
All right.
so I have 2,000 today. I had an appointment with Hawk today and they're
I'm
gonna,
sorry, that first part you said?
I have 2,000 right now. And I
Okay.
had an appointment with Hawk today and they're gonna email them and everything. They're gonna pay the 3,037. And then I'll have the rest in 2 weeks, if that's okay.
Okay, so so that I'm clear. They're gonna email the landlord because they need the landlord.
Yeah, they said in
information
714
regarding-
days, they're gonna send a check to them.
Okay, so. Gotcha. And you have 2,000 a day, is that cash?
It's cash.
You
I have to go get
2,000
a
in
money
cash?
order.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do, counsel. And then they've got to get information and then you said you'll have the
rest in 2
if
weeks.
they pay the 3,
I'll have the rest in 2 weeks
and have the 2, then you'll have the rest in
for this month, right? Yeah, in 2 weeks.
Okay, so all right, just follow me here so that I'm clear. You can have everything cleared up through March with the assistance of Hawk.
Yes.
Right, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. And this may be over the objection of plaintiff, but I'm gonna give her a shot. But you take the 2,000 that you have,
Okay.
and I want you to deposit that in court escrow,
Okay.
okay? So the 2,000, because what's gonna end up happening is come the 28th, Hawk is not gonna pay unless they're sure that the balance is at the 3.
Okay.
Okay, so you go up to the counter, pay the 2,000 into escrow.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm going to adjourn this out, council, 2 weeks to the 28th. I'm going to give her a shot since she went over with Hawk. Give them time to send the information to Hawk, get a firm answer, and let's see if we can get this all worked out.
Okay.
How's that sound?
That's fine.
March 28, 2025 at
3 p.m.
at 3 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so the balance of the payment, and if I just do this here, is going to be about, so 5,000 comes off of that. It's going to be about 2707.24. You will have that at what point on the 20th?
In 2 weeks.
Pardon?
In 2 weeks.
On the 28th?
I have it done 28.
Okay, so what may have to happen, because I don't know that Hawk's payment will go over. I'll need you to bring that down and put that into escrow.
Okay.
All right, that way we've at least got it. What's your monthly rent?
$15.99.
Okay, so just so you're gonna get that paid probably in the next 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so do that, go get that, and then we'll see everybody on the 28th.
At
You
3
should
o'clock.
be in pretty good shape
Okay.
to try to get it done. They're gonna need the commitment from Hawk that they'll do that if it's at the 3.
Okay.
Okay, sound good, council?
Not a problem, Your Honor. Do you need me to submit an escrow order?
No, we'll be good. They'll take her money and we'll have it here. We're good.
Okay, good.
Okay. Ma'am, thank you for coming up,
You're welcome.
having a plan and being pleasant. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. Court does call the case of Barbara Woods versus Angela Cater. Angela Cater.
Hello. Good morning, Your Honor. Casey Matson. I'm sorry, good afternoon, Your Honor. Casey Matson, P87, on behalf of plaintiff.
Ms. Cater's present. And where are we on this case today?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that Ms. Cater has spoken with my client and she was given a full understanding of everything on her ledger. Her current rent to retain is $6,877. Cost of $185 for a total of $7,062.00. Your Honor, we still have not received an answer from Ms. Cater.
Yes.
As well.
All right, Ms. Cater, you got everything cleared up on there?
I do. We were able to talk about the ledger, got that situated. As far as the answer goes, if she's talking about the repairs, I actually just spoke with the young lady in the rent office and the maintenance crew just left my house from taking pictures, so I'm not sure.
You're not sure of what?
What she means by she hasn't received an answer from me.
Well, there's been no written answer filed. You're supposed to file a written answer. I ordered that on the 28th and I don't have one, and that's what council's indicating.
The clerk took it from me. I just wrote it on a sheet of paper, came in, the clerk took it, she stamped it and said she was bringing it up.
That's what this is, okay. Okay, you did that on the 11th. Okay. Did you give plaintiff a copy? You didn't send a copy to their office.
I didn't send them that copy, but the young lady I spoke with at the rent office told me to do another work order online.
Okay. And so council, we'll send this over to you. It basically is just an indication of repairs that are needed. Both bathrooms have cracked from the ceiling to the floor on the wall. Limited to no hot water in both showers. And master bedroom door makes loud noise when opening or closing door. That's all that's on here. We'll send it to Alan's office. We'll send a copy to you.
Your Honor, If there's no longer a dispute to the balance owed, we would be requesting a judgment today, since this is the fifth hearing on this matter.
No, I get you. But Miss Cater, are they, so they're coming out to do your repairs?
Actually, Judge, I don't know yet. They came today to take pictures and I haven't heard anything from that as of yet. They called me yesterday and asked could they come in today. I had someone at the home. They went in, took pictures, and I haven't heard anything back yet. So I don't know what the next step is.
So Ms. Cater, here's going to be the issue from the court standpoint. Give me 7062 minus 36.
Minus 1.
36.
3462.
I'm not sure that anything would necessarily come from these. I'm not sure what the hot water issue is, but
okay.
Between the difference between the amount that plaintiff's claiming and the amount the court has in escrow is 3462. All right.
Okay.
So about 3,500.
Okay.
I think plaintiff's right that they should get a judgment on this. And my only question is this. Because you put a substantial amount in. When can you have that basically 3,500?
I can have it paid off by March 31st. I get a check on the 28th, but by the time I get out of work, that's why I say the 31st to allow me time to get
that Monday.
Yes.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do, counsel. I'm going to grant a judgment for your total amount, finding no tribal issue at this time for the $7,062, which is inclusive of costs. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will, in that judgment, I'll release to plaintiff the $3,600. I think that's right. Just double check. Yes, the $3,600 that we have in escrow. And then I will indicate that the balance to be paid by March 31st or writ to issue. That gives her an additional week, but there's a substantial amount of money that she has at least put in. So I'm going to do that over plaintiff's objection, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is Heather Randall.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Your name?
Heather Randall.
All right. Is this your motion to set aside?
Yes.
Go ahead. What's your position on this, man?
I paid the balance that was in question January 28th in full.
You paid
the balance that was owed. It was January 28th. Everything was paid. So I didn't know that I had to come to the court hearing that was on the 14th.
So you paid everything through January,
Yes.
but not paid February. Is that right?
No, and I have $900 in escrow.
No, I know.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. I'm working
Sorry.
on it. I'm just trying to figure out. Well, let me ask this. Counsel, do you have an amount that she is currently owing?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a current balance of $4,041.50.
$4,041.50.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have $900 in escrow. And I have $1,500 today.
You have 15,
Yes,
so you have 900 that's in escrow. We do
Yes.
have that. You have an additional 1,500.
yes,
Okay,
which I would have to get cash. I only have my debit card. I came from work and I didn't have time to stop.
okay, you don't, okay, gotcha, okay.
And then in 2 weeks, I can have what does that leave?
Okay, hang on.
Then I-
Me, 2,400, take 4,041.50 minus 2,400.
1641.50.
1641.50.
Okay. I can have all of that taken care of, everything, by April 11th. Everything.
Well, but what about your April rent?
But that was including April's rent. I apologize.
What?
That's including April's rent,
What is included?
the amount that I can have paid by April 11th.
Okay. Okay, so ma'am, I'm just gonna ask you this.
Sure.
I get what you're. You have 1,500 today, right?
Yes.
So, counsel, I don't know how you want me to do this, because I can try to adjust this to give her the time to catch up, or the cold-hearted reality is that with the 1,500, if I tell her, go get cash, come back, pay it into court, she's paid off the judgment. And then I'm done anyway. So I don't know which way you'd like to do it. I mean, to try to get an assurance that she'll be all paid, or.
Your Honor, we would be requesting that, if she can pay off, I guess, Your Honor, if she could pay off the judgment, we could refile for March. Otherwise, if there's an agreement that we can come to today, for her to have that past due balance paid, then we can do that as well.
Oh, let me ask you this, man. It's obviously you're working off of checks, right? Right. So you got paid what, today?
Yes.
And so your next check's gonna be the 28th?
Yes.
Okay. And on the 28th, how much are you gonna pay?
700.
Okay, so 700, and then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have $1,000 left. Plus, what's your monthly rent?
17.
17?
Mhm.
And so then you would really, and rounding this off, then your next check is the 11th, and you're gonna pay 2,700 on the 11th? Are you gonna be able to do that?
It may have to be the 18th. I don't want to overextend.
Well, hold it, but you only get paid every 2 weeks.
Every week.
You get paid every week?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Oh, so that would be the 21st, not the 28th. I apologize.
got it. Okay, so, okay, gotta back this up. in my head. All right, so so as of today, her balance as of today is 4150. I have 900, you have an additional 1,500, which brings me to the number Emily gave me, which was 1641. So on the 21st, which is next week, how much can you pay? Is that when you can pay the 700?
Yes.
Okay. And then on the 28th, what can you pay?
Another 700.
So you can pay, okay, gotcha. Okay, no, and here's the reason why I'm asking. Or why I'm gonna ask you this question.
Sure.
Because by my calculation, I'm gonna be about $250 off. between now and the 28th, is there any way for you to find 250?
Yes,
You can do that?
yes.
Okay, so if I said this, that I'm gonna hold the red, we just adjusted or basically, well, what I do is just amend the judgment. We'll hold the red, but we'll amend the judgment to reflect the current balance. We'll release the 900 from escrow. Defendant will pay $1,500 to the landlord by Monday.
Sure.
Okay, and then by the 21st, she'll pay 700, and then she'll pay the balance of that by the 28th.
Yes.
That will work for you?
Yes.
Okay, and I think that way she'll catch up, and then you guys deal with April, how you're gonna deal with it.
Yes, Your Honor. If for some reason she does fail to make the payments, would we need to request another writ from the court
No, what you would do, well,
or
trying
submit
to figure out how to
another
do this, because you guys have already filed the writ.
writ? Mm-hmm.
So put on there that if she fails to make a payment and plaintiff submits an affidavit that she's failed to make a payment, the court will issue the writ already contained in the file.
Thank you, Your
That
Honor.
way you don't. Okay? All right, so I'm just gonna indicate and an amended judgment will be filed. Do you have any questions regarding any of that, ma'am?
No, thank you.
You're welcome, and I'm glad it's gonna work out for you.
Me too. Thank you.
All right, you take care. River Ridge versus Kaylee Hamill Little.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Your name?
Kaylee Hamill,
No Little?
divorced, so that's changing.
Wow.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Too happy. Oh, she was smiling. Okay, anyway.
I spoke with Hawk, so they are helping with the 3,000. They said 2 weeks. That was Monday. I received that email, and I believe it was tagged to the lawyers as well.
Okay, so let's do this.
Yep.
Okay, all right. What do you have as the balance, counsel?
Including court costs, Your Honor, it's $3,060.00.
Oh, 360. And how many cents? Because you guys always have those pennies.
Zero. It's even.
No,
Your
just
Honor.
3060. So we're gonna need $60.
So this was my question. I don't
Okay.
know how Hawk works. Do they pay it and then I can pay the remainder, or do I need to pay it first? Because I get charged $10 every time I take in a money order, and you can't make partial payments online. So I'm trying to avoid another.
Oh, no.
$10
Here's what we're gonna do. You can come up with the $60, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so you take that $60 into them.
Okay.
All right, I know what their rule is, but I have my rules. So I'm ordering plaintiff to take your $60 because that balance has to be at 3.
Right.
And then Hawk will pay.
That's why it's 60 and not 50 for the late fee, because there's a $10 fee from the last money order I took in. So I will take that in.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, get the 60 in. That'll be at 3. And then, do you mind if Amy gives me some information? Amy, you see that with her?
Yes, Your Honor. The Autumn has done a $3,000 funding request on the 10th, and I know that she was just told to pay the $60 ASAP.
Yeah.
So
Okay, get the 60 paid, the 3,000 will come in. I think probably the best way to do this is, that should get to them by the 28th, shouldn't it? Yes. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just adjourning this out to the 28th, March 28th, 2025 at 12 p.m. Hopefully everything will be paid. Then they can dismiss this out and we can be done. Sound good?
Thank you.
Miss Hamill.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great weekend. Sile Farms versus Tiffany Copeland.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Oh, she was sitting back there when all those people were giving me a hard time. She's just laughing at me. Hello, what's your name?
Tiffany Copeland.
All right. Okay, and what's the balance that's owed? She had a judgment. Then the escrow got released. Okay, where are we on this case? Oh, this is why I said it. I have, how much, what do you have as her current balance?
I'm confused.
No, just.
Okay, sorry.
You were gonna spread that confusion. Just don't do it yet.
Okay.
What do you have as her current balance?
Your Honor, I have a total balance including court costs of $7,454.73.
7,400, I'm sorry, 54.
Yes, and 73 cents.
Okay. So the reason I said it is because, and this is going to be real close to the same issue that we just had in the other case. I have $5,915 in escrow. Give me the math. You're laughing over there. Just give me the math. I don't know what you're doing. It's seven. You want the numbers again? If you have been paying attention, you know. 7, 4. I can't read my writing. Give me the whole number, counsel. Yes, I think. Go ahead.
$454.73.
That's what I think I wrote. Minus 59.15.
15,
Yes.
1539 and 73 cents.
1539 and 70. Yeah, right. So 1540. All right. All right. So she's giving me that. Okay. So what is your confusion?
Okay, so I had a water leak at the place. And so it went on for 2 months. I guess from November, I got billed November and December, $900 for water and $900 for sewer, November and December. So they shut the water off December 3rd, but it was still some form of a leak going on. And so I ended up getting the place piped, the whole thing. And so I was told that it needs a new water meter there. So I just wanted to make sure that a new water meter will be placed, so I won't have these issues again. And they told me that they took off December's water amount, but I still see it on there. So
you think in the 1540 that there's that December balances that water is included in that, or?
Well, I think they were still charging me the full amount, even though I was told that they were taking off December's water bill, because that was $1,800 charged twice. So I guess they was gonna keep the November amount and take off the December.
Got it.
So when I look on the ledger, it's still on there, even though they told me they was, waiving that because no one's been in there. Okay.
Do you see that, counsel, or?
Your Honor, I do see that she was charged for water and sewer in December. Yes.
But somebody told you they were going to take that off?
Yeah, they told me they were waiving that off of there. But I still see it, and I'm like,
no, I got you. But do you know who told you that?
Yes, her name is, I can't think of, but she's been there for a long time.
Okay, let's do this then. Because if that's 900 total, right?
No, the total would be 18 because $900 for sewer and $900 for water. I was charged November and December, and they're supposed to waive December.
Take that 18 off.
Yes.
Okay, so and this is gonna cause me a problem when she was sitting there. All right, so here's gonna be the issue. If that's true, then she doesn't owe anything and actually is gonna have a credit. If it's not true, she's gotta get that paid. You don't have your client on, do you, counsel? No.
No, I don't believe so.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do because I've got we have a substantial amount of whatever it is in our escrow that we can pay over the plaintiff. So, and actually, and again, if she were to come in and pay additional $700, she'd pay up the judgment anyway. So I'm going to adjourn it out 1 week, let counsel check into the water issue.
Okay.
Okay. And then we can kind of figure out exactly where we are. So March 21st, 2025 at 3 p.m. What I would, how much is your monthly rent?
918.
918. Okay, so just in case, okay, let's say, I don't know what the conversation was, but whatever.
Okay.
So just in case, if they say, hey, we didn't agree with her on that, then did I already ask you for this number? No, I didn't. Take 6443 minus whatever the 5915, I think it is.
528.
528. Okay, so just in case there's whatever, have the 528 put in because that's going to be, then you will have paid out the judgment.
Okay.
You'd have to start all over just to keep yourself safe.
Okay.
So make sure that if you're in a position to do that, do that.
Okay.
Okay? And then we'll see everybody next week.
I got one more thing.
Oh,
Sorry. Her name is Janet.
I thought he solved everything. Go ahead.
Her name is Janet. That's the one I talked to.
Oh, Janet?
Janet.
Okay, so now we know.
Had to think.
It was Janet. Okay, then we'll see you next week.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
All right,
I believe that is all for me today.
that's all the problems you have caused today. Yes, counsel. All right. All right.
Have a great
Take care.
weekend.
You have a great weekend.
You as well.
Court calls the case of Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Wisdom Sanders.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. First Secretary, appearing for.
Good afternoon, Emily Wilson.
Did you notice that? That she didn't have to say all that stuff. I know. All right. We all feel that. So cool. All right. What are we doing on this case?
Your Honor, so I think plaintiff still has not received the CMA funds. So this one's one where we believe that there is an adjustment that has been approved, but no funds have been received. We don't have anything in writing.
No, but we do have a voicemail stating that the funds are on their way. So I think if we can just adjourn it out to give more time, I'll try to get something in writing in the meantime.
Okay, and I think that there are some funds that are coming.
Yeah.
2,700 we know is coming.
Yeah. It's direct deposit, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not really in the loop with that.
How much is owing at this point?
$5,702.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
effectively, we applied for rental assistance before Mishta said they'd cover. So Hawk has 3,000 set aside, but they're not issuing payment because it seems like Mishta's gonna cover. Emergency Housing has 2,700 that's like in their process, but apparently hasn't hit the direct deposit yet.
Okay, so there are really two avenues upon which it would be paid once the 27th. All right. So what, 21st or 28th?
To give more time for everything to come through.
Let me ask this question. So, maybe like, what's our plan if the CMA funds don't come through by the 28th? Month of rent?
Well, she's at zero rent.
Oh, she is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
She said zero. Okay. March 28th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Vista Apartments versus Jacqueline Taylor.
For secretary of Jacqueline.
Jacqueline Taylor. Just her motion. Motion to set aside. You set it. How much was in escrow? Let's see here. Don't have a printer. 1,000. Is that right? 1,000. Okay, well,
The balance as of today is $5,632.03. And my understanding is that there is $4,546.03 still owing on the judgment.
yes. So motion to set aside is denied. And it failed to appear. Release escrow to plaintiff.
Thank you. How much is an escrow?
1,000. Court calls case of Gulfside Lakes versus Emmett Redwine. I'm doing okay. How are you, Mr. Redwine?
Where do I start?
All right. How much is owing on Mr. Redwine's?
Your Honor, the outstanding balance is $3,263.55.
All right, Mr. Redwine. How are we getting this paid?
I paid 800 today.
Okay.
So that takes me to 24 something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pay like 750 next week, and then 750 the following week, and then pay the rest the first week of April. Have it all paid off, and something like that.
But what's your monthly rent?
1209, 1219, something like that.
Okay, so you're gonna kick in. So if you paid 1,500 off of that, if you paid 15 plus the 8 that you paid 23. You're gonna be about 1,000, and then all of a sudden you're gonna be back up into $2,200 with April's rent.
What you mean? Can you repeat that, please?
Well, if you paid 800,
correct,
and then you're gonna pay next week, the 21st, you're gonna pay how much?
Minimum 750.
Okay, so you pay 750, and then the next week you're gonna pay 750.
Right, then
So that's gonna be
14.
1,500. That'd be 2,300 that you would have paid. Okay?
Correct.
You owe 32.
No, I owe 32 no more. I gave 800. They didn't subtract the 800.
No. They didn't subtract it. I'm subtracting it now.
Okay.
So if I take your 15 plus your 8, you're gonna be at 23. You owe about 33 now, 32, whatever.
Correct.
Right? So then you're gonna be $1,000 come the end of the month. Then come April 1st, your 1,200 is gonna kick in.
Correct.
And you're not gonna be caught up in that first week of April unless you're gonna pay $2,200.
Right.
I know.
Yeah, you're right. But what I'm saying is,
Mr. Redwine.
yeah, no. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I've been up since yesterday, 10 o'clock. Last night, I work midnights. I ain't took a shower, none yet.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and I cut my own hair. You see, I came in with a fro, cut my own hair, and put a bald spot in my hair.
Wow.
Are there any children?
No, I live alone.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so
All jokes aside, Your Honor,
Except for your hair.
right.
No, go ahead.
Remember last time I came here, I said I need a haircut. I went home
I
and.
know, you did say
Try
that.
something.
I didn't know you were gonna do that to you.
Yeah,
But that's all right.
I did this about 15 years. I tried again. I thought I might have got better.
It didn't. Okay, so,
But okay.
yeah, man. So you paid 8.
Yes.
Okay, here's what, we're gonna have to work out a conditional order dismissal and get you caught up.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so how do we want to do this, Mr. He's trying, he's just,
I'm going to pay, Your Honor.
oh, I know, you always tell me that.
I always do.
Okay, I know, and somehow or another, you make it, but I'm still not sure how that exactly happens. So. All right,
Have approval to do a conditional order of dismissal for this case, I can of course ask.
all right, so here's what I want to have happen.
Okay.
You paid them 800 today?
Correct.
Okay. What time? Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to pay $750 next Friday.
Correct.
The 21st.
Correct.
And I want you to pay $750 on the 28th.
Correct.
And then let's see what they'll do regarding a conditional order dismissal.
Okay.
Now I'm going to tell you this, what I may do, because you get you have a check every week, right?
Correct.
I may, if they say no, then I may give them a judgment on that date, but give you time to get that amount paid. It won't include April.
Okay.
But you follow me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to adjourn this out. Spending to pay $750 on 21st and 28th. And then I'll adjourn this out to March 28th, 2025 at 1 p.m.
You said what date?
28th at 1 p.m. Okay. Putting it out 2 weeks, so maybe your hair will grow back.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yep. Be back. Be back.
Okay. Okay.
Good.
Yep. We're good.
Good day. Thank
All
you.
right. Take care. Really, man, you did that to yourself.
Sharpie.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. Clerk calls the case, Gulfside Lakes versus Ashley Sims.
Carissa Kazari for plaintiff.
Hello, your name?
Ashley Sims.
All right. Where we were at 1,048.69 last time.
So the balance right now is $1,098.69. I do understand that a commitment letter has been received for $1,048.69.
Oh, okay.
Funds have not been received yet.
They've not been received, but the commitment letter's there.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that actually gets everything paid. Did they say when the funds may? We don't know.
I don't know.
All right. Let me ask you this, Ms. Sims.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be about $50 off.
I can pay that.
You can pay that?
Yes.
All right. Get 50 into the landlord. When can you do that by?
I can do that today.
Okay. Get that in today. And then I'm going to adjourn this also out to the 28th, 2025 at 1 p.m. in hopes that that comes through, the 50's in, and then we'll
All right.
be all set. And you can, if you may not have to come back if it comes in and everything's all paid.
Okay.
All right. But if you do come back, you can see if Mr. Redwine's hair has grown back.
All right.
All right. Take care. I'm not letting up off that. Gulfside Lakes versus Patrice Hayward.
Carissa Kazari for plaintiff.
Knew she was here.
She and I have something in common, we found out today. We're both from Flint.
You're both from Flint? I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. Hello. Okay, where are we on your case?
Your Honor, the outstanding balance is $1,316.72.
Oh, 72 cents. Okay, is that took into account the 1,500 that you paid?
I believe so, yes. Let me double check.
It must because well, you paid more than 15.
17.
You paid 17. When I look at the numbers, she paid more than what she said she was gonna pay. All right,
1750, I think she paid.
got it. Okay. All right, so when can you get this balance paid?
Well, I'm not paid again till the 28th, but I applied for other resources. I forgot the name of it.
Say again?
I applied for other resources, but I don't get paid again until the 28th.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's say those resources don't come through. What do you think you can get on the 20? How much can you pay on the 28th?
I'll try and do the balance. 20.
Okay, you'll try to do the balance. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'm gonna put down that you're gonna pay the balance. You're gonna do that by the 28th. Try to pay it before you come to court so that it can be registered in. If for whatever reason you fall short, okay, here's what, saying it's like what Mr. Redwine, I may issue a judgment at that time that'll give you sort of a little extra time, not including April, at least get the judgment paid off, okay? So we'll do it that way. So March 28th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Oh,
1 p.m.
at what? At 1 p.m. All right, will that work for you, Ms. Haywood?
Yes, thank you.
All right, Ms. Haywood, let me just tell you something else. It is, whenever I call your case, you've been here, I don't know how many times. It is wonderful that you come up here. You're scared to death about something bad's going to happen, but you always got a smile on your face, and I like it, and I notice it. All right?
Thank you.
So just keep smiling. We'll get through it.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Court calls the case. Glencoe Hills versus Jennifer James.
Barry for plaintiff.
Hello.
Happy Pi Day.
Say.
Pi Day, 314. It's a nerdy like math thing. It's like pi.
314.
It's the never ending
That's
number.
3.14. Gotcha.
My siblings are engine nerds. I apologize.
No, it's okay. I was trying to figure out.
Didn't expect that one, did you?
Well, if you had said that, I was thinking I'll take Apple is what I was thinking, but
You know, next time.
all right.
Note to self, Apple.
All right. So how much is owing?
Your Honor, the outstanding balance is $4,865.83. The notes for my client indicate that Ms. James was approved for Hawk funds that if paid would bring her balance to 3,000. Is that right? Is that what you have, Ms. James?
So if the 3,000, then it would be 1865.83 would be my remaining balance. In regards to
Wow.
getting that taken care of, unless you had questions. I apologize.
Okay, but are they gonna pay that out before she brings her balance down? I
No,
don't think so.
no. So I have to come up with the remaining balance prior to that.
Right.
So, I don't know if you had a chance to review the defendant statement that I submitted.
I don't know that I saw it, but okay, I see.
If
Okay.
you wouldn't mind just taking a moment.
I don't believe we've received it.
You didn't get that either. Are you just talking about the rental assistance request follow-up?
Basically, it's just information as to the, and I mean, if I need to say it, I need to say it in order to make the plaintiff's attorney aware. The reason I got so behind, unfortunately, I lost my job. And the reason I was unable to
Got it.
seek employment to get caught up was in January, I suffered a slip and fall on the property. I have retained an attorney for that. I suffered a traumatic brain injury and the occipital, nerve to the back of my brain. My recovery went a lot slower than anticipated. My regular customary work is property management, so it's very, very demanding as far as walking properties, sitting, standing. So I am limited into finding work that is, remote, that I could take a laptop to bed if necessary, but I am actively doing so. So right now, my income is unemployment at 624 per month. But again, I'm actively with, trying to rectify that situation to get behind. If I had the money, I'd give the money.
I know.
My dad's dying in California. I can't even say goodbye. Like, it's not a situation I anticipated, excuse me, to find myself in. So I want to do whatever I can. So I've also, thank you, sir. I contacted Friends Indeed and, the MDHSS 8.
Right, Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
I usually know those things. It's the noodle upstairs. I was supposed to get an update from my caseworker from the Department of Health and Human Services was supposed to call me prior to 3 o'clock to give me an update. I did not receive that telephone call, unfortunately, so I don't know what the status is of that. And then Friends Indeed said that they would, kind of base their decision if the state said, okay, we find that we want to help, then Friends Indeed would kick in as well.
Okay.
And so
hold
that
on.
gets us somewhere.
Slow down a second. All right. So right now, you're just not sure.
That is
out
correct. There's outstanding things that are still up in the cloud that I don't know exactly, at what point, but I know the 3,000 from Hawk is definitely coming in, which, I know we included March in that original 4865. When I first came to
Okay,
court, it was
all right.
32
Hold on.
something, so I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Just take a breath for a second. All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
I have hearing.
Oh, okay. Did you need some equipment to help?
No,
Sure.
I can't wear my hearing aids because of the brain thing, so if you could just speak up a little bit.
Okay, I'll speak up, but if we have hearing assisted equipment, will that work for
Yes,
you?
please, thank you.
All right.
No, I do not. Unless dogs count, which they should. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, is that better?
Much, thank you.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. Somewhere along the line, we gotta find 1870 or 65. That's really what has to happen.
Correct.
So that you understand, the 3,000 that Hawk has isn't gonna be paid unless we get this balance to 3,000.
Correct.
Okay. So you've got a lot of things out there.
Correct.
When do you receive your unemployment check?
Every 2 weeks. My next one will be Tuesday or Wednesday, because you file and then the funds.
All right, but that's only gonna be about 300 and something.
No, so it's 624 every 2 weeks.
Okay, so 624 every 2 weeks.
That's
Okay,
correct.
So the one plus,
Very temporarily, hopefully.
no, it's okay. But so of that check that you think next week, how much do you think you can pay the landlord?
150.
Okay, all right. Let's start there, okay? So 150, and you can get that paid maybe by the 21st, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And then you'll hear from DHHS by that time, right?
Correct.
All right. And then when you hear from DHHS, Friends Indeed, they'll figure something else out, right?
Correct.
Based upon that.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, so let's do this. I'm going to, let me just put this out 1 week. Okay, to the 21st, 2025 at 12 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. Come back. Let's try to get a status update as to exactly where you are.
You said, I'm sorry,
Go ahead. What?
12, I went to write 21st and then the 12 at,
Okay, it's the 21st, next Friday at 12 noon.
thank you. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So at that point, what will happen is we can check on all of these things where we're at. You'll pay the 150, so hopefully the balance can kind of come down a little.
Yes,
Then what we'll do is we'll figure out DHHS and Friends Indeed,
yes,
see exactly where that sits.
yes.
Try to figure something out. Now,
Okay.
what I may do, so that you know, and I don't want you to be alarmed by it, is we may get down to the end of the month and I may issue a judgment for what's left. Okay?
Okay,
And give time for everything to kind of work out. That won't include April.
okay,
Okay? So here's what I want you to do right now. Just make sure you come back next week. Okay? Don't worry about anything. Nothing's gonna happen between now and then. Okay?
thank you.
You got that?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Let the process work and then come back and let's figure out where we are. Sound good?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All
Appreciate
right.
all the assistance.
And just next time you come in, just ask us for
Okay,
those.
okay.
Okay? And we'll-
Technology is so fabulous these days.
Sometimes.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Glencoe Hills versus Jerome Adams.
Marissa Gazari for plaintiff.
How you doing today, y'all?
I don't know yet. How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
All right. What's your name?
Jerome Adams.
All right. How much is owing?
$905.24. I understand from the notes that Mr. Adams has a Hawk appointment on the 17th.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one's easy. Let me put you out to next week.
All right, thank you.
And we'll be able to see exactly where we are. I guess my only question, and maybe I got, you gave me the balance with cost. Is his primary balance like 695.13?
I have 734.24.
Okay, and that would be with the late fee. Okay, so the amount I got last time didn't have cost. That's why. All right. All right, real good. We'll see you next week. Take care, sir. Court calls case Glencoe Hills versus Justin Jefferson.
Marissa Gazari for plaintiff. There's one other defendant as well.
Oh, there is. Yeah. Nisiki. All right, what's your name?
Justin Jefferson.
All right. How come he didn't wear all of his pants? What's up?
Oh, sorry, I just came from training. My bad.
From training?
Oh, yes.
For what?
NFL drafts. Yeah.
NFL draft?
Yeah, we got our pro day coming up next week, so I've been training at Eastern.
You're gonna be playing in the NFL?
Hopefully, we see. Yeah.
What position you play at Eastern?
I used to. I played last year.
Okay, what position?
Defensive end and linebacker.
Watching, tough guy. Huh? No, I'm not. I don't want to talk. If he makes it, I'm gonna show up at like training camp for his team. And I'm say, hey, you remember me? No, anyway. All right. Well, I wish you the best on all that.
Thank you, sir.
All right. How much do we have owing?
The outstanding balance is $4,651.75.
All right, young man. How are you intending on trying to get that paid?
I just had an appointment with Hulk on Monday, and they said I just got to bring it down under 3,000. So
3,000.
I'll be able to bring that down next Friday.
You'll be able to get the 1651.
Yes.
Into him by that time.
Yes.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll indicate he's going to pay 1651 by I'll put the 21st. What time are they? 1? Can you get it paid before noon? On the 21st?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'll set your court date, March 21st.
Actually, I think our pro day is that day. Can I move it?
Can you what?
Can I move it to the 28th?
What do you have?
The pro day.
Pro day?
Yes.
It's like more stuff you have to do?
Yes, sir.
To get to the NFL?
Yes, sir.
So I could interfere in that, right? Should I, right? You don't want me to? Well, see, now, I'm kind of particular, so it's like, depending on what team he goes to, I may not want him to go. And he's like, I don't care what team. I just need one. All right. So the 21st, you got. What about the 28th?
I can do 28th. Yeah.
All right. I'll do this for you. I'll move it out to March 28th, 2025.
Thank you, sir.
And that's at 1 p.m.
Okay.
All right. And then get that paid by the 21st, and then you've had the Hawk thing. So hopefully, if you get that paid, do that, then we can get everything set.
Okay.
All right. All right. Young man, good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Take care. River Drive Apartments versus McCall.
Marissa Kazari for plaintiff. Jill Bauer on behalf of Ms. McFall, who's also present. Hi.
Hello. State your name.
Michael McFall.
Michael McCall. All right. All right. Where are we on this case?
Your Honor, Ms. McFall has provided all the documents requested to Hawk, but they're waiting on the landlord documents, and I did let Ms. Kazari, I've totally blanked out on Ms. Kazari, know that today, so hopefully that'll
Okay.
happen soon. And then she's got to resubmit her SER. There was a confusion about the document, so she's going to do a new one next week. And we're hoping between the two of those things, it'll pay off almost everything.
Yeah, and I've stopped all communication with the landlord, June, because she has not been progressive at all. Anytime that I reach out to her for anything supporting,
Well,
she hasn't reached out. So I started speaking with Karina. So she said that she should be able to like send all of the information over to Hawk.
Yeah. But we've kind of bypassed them needing to communicate with each other, and we're going through Ms. Pizzari and Hawk.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I just need I don't know this new contact at SOS. I just need someone. Amy's helping connect.
Everything. Okay. What's her current balance?
It's $3,655.
3,655. Okay. So we're just really looking if Hawk comes through at 655.
Yes.
Right.
And if MDHHS comes through.
Oh, right. So how many people are in your household?
Just me.
Okay, so that would, if they come through, that's 410, and then we got a small gap to fill in there. Okay. All right.
She does have a job, so she should be able to pay whatever balance is remaining.
Okay. Why she look so nervous?
Morning sickness.
What'd you say? Oh, okay. All right.
We got a lot going on.
Got a lot going on. Okay. So you, she just did my morning sickness. That's why I look at this. 21st or 28th? What do we want to do? 28th?
What's happening with Hawk in terms of, let's say we're doing a grant, right?
I have for April. Yes, I do. Okay. All right. As long as we can still get everything paid.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, if I put it out to the 28th, if worst comes to worst, I just give you a judgment and then do whatever, but it sounds like.
I think that Hawk still requires April to be paid. Before they'll issue.
April will be paid.
Well, they're, hold on, just hold on. In terms of just sustainability, they're gonna try to make sure that she can pay April, but.
She had without going into too much background, she had an interruption in her income that has been fixed.
Okay.
So she's not concerned about maintaining going forward, but she does need help.
Just getting over this hump. And
yes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. That's what it sounded like to me. So the 28th at 1 p.m. Okay. We'll do it then. You take care. Court calls case of Evergreen Apartments versus Ruth Palmore.
Marissa Kazari for plaintiff. I think there's one other defendant.
Oh, there is.
She's not here.
Palmore and Denisha Moore.
She had to babysit.
Pardon?
She had to babysit my son.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So what do you have as the balance?
I have $2,844.54.
I paid $900 before I came to court today.
So you paid 9.
Mhm.
And so what's your plan for trying to get the balance?
I reached out to Hawk because I was supposed to have an appointment with them on yesterday, but they never called me. So my daughter reached out to him today and they rescheduled the appointment for the 19th, I think she said, at 11 o'clock.
The
Yes,
19th.
Wednesday the night, yes.
Okay.
And then I also reached out to the DHS with the SER form.
Okay.
And my son threw away the original court docket that they need. So I have to they told me when I come to court today to ask you guys for another one. And I'll submit that and then they'll go from there to see what they can do.
That was like my dog gave me homework.
No, he caught himself cleaning up and he just got rid of everything.
All right. So here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn this to the 21st since you had the appointment on Wednesday, so we can just check in and see where you're at. Okay.
Okay.
21st, 2025 at 12 p.m. And Miss Lyman so she's gonna need basically a copy of the original paperwork. So we'll give you a copy.
Okay. So wait back here.
Yeah, we'll get
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Evergreen Apartments versus Idris Williams. Oh, there he is. And
got out of the hospital. He had a tooth infection, so yeah, he was in the hospital like for a whole 6 days. That was a great time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the infection got into his nose, so he just went on Wednesday, got the tooth pulled out. So, but he was there for a minute.
So how much is owing?
$3,424.12.
$1,424.
12 cents.
Okay, and that's because he clicked in. All right, Rand, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I contacted Hawk because we were supposed to have a meeting, and what they said to me was because my father is a co-signer on our account, we cannot do it. But my dad doesn't give us any financial assistance at all. So that's a great thing. So then I applied for the SER.
What?
My dad doesn't give us any financial.
So where'd that rule come from? Hold on.
I apologize.
Your Honor, that's a newer guideline that's been added to the screening process. Co-signers and guarantors, if they're on the lease, it will prevent a person from being able to book an appointment.
So I also applied for the SER, and I got a letter back saying that I was denied, but the reason being denied was you do not have a court-ordered eviction notice, which I thought this was that because it says to evict you from the premises. I thought this was the paperwork that was supposed to be the case.
No. So we're gonna give you a copy just like we gave her a copy. And because if you don't have it, then yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this was what was taped onto my door. And then when I called them, they said I just have to refill it out.
Refill it out and do that.
Do that.
Well,
and then at the moment right now, so when I was here last, I was advised that hey, Hawk can help out up to 3,000. So just waiting to hear the ruling. So I kept the money that I was supposed to pay for it. I still have the money; it's ready to go. I have $700 ready to pay whenever, whatever situation. It was just I was trying to figure this all
but
out.
now Hawk won't because your dad.
So I can just pay the 700 whatever. But I'm shooting every shot that I can.
You're a student.
Yes, sir. April 27th. So trying to, and then we got.
So that's the problem with that rule. Because a student's not going to get an apartment without somebody signing, even if they're not giving any. People think this stuff through. Don't worry about it.
And then I also work this whole weekend because it's the St. Patty's weekend. I work at a restaurant, so I'm hoping that there's a super influx of cash. I work literally in what times? In 2 hours, and then I work tomorrow.
Okay, so hold on, slow down.
Sorry about that.
You got 700 you're gonna pay when?
I plan on paying whenever I was like, I have it ready to go.
Pay
I was
that
just trying to
the
figure.
landlord today,
Got you.
okay? So get that over to
Mm-hmm.
them. That's gonna bring down around 20 some odd hundred. And then you're not gonna know anything because you got to get through this weekend. Then you'll know what your income's gonna be because you have like a college student kind of job.
Yeah.
Right. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's put you out 1 week to the 21st.
I do have a question. I am running the pro day for Eastern Michigan. I'm helping running it. That's what's trying to get me a job when I graduate.
With the other guy?
That's just yeah, he's one of my DNs when I was working with things. So I work with operations upstairs.
See, I don't know. This sounds like a conspiracy.
I can actually.
No,
I have
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. I'll put you on the 28th.
Appreciate it.
All right, get that in and then get whatever else you can get paid. And that's at 1.
Yeah.
So the 28th at 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you still have your court document that you can give to DHS?
So this was the document that was taped onto my door when to
Is
come.
that a summons?
I believe so. Yeah, it says summons on there.
And then the next page should be a complaint.
Yeah, it says.
Okay, that's what you have to get to them. So you already got a copy.
I sent this front page as well as this, just so you know what and then this page right here.
The one that says
non-payment.
demand.
Yeah, and then it says you did not have a court-ordered eviction notice. That's the literal.
Okay, so what they need you from that document, they need the document entitled summons, which is on the front.
Okay.
Next page is a complaint, right?
Yeah.
They need that.
All right, for sure.
Okay,
So
those are really the 2 things that they need.
got it.
Okay, so I'll set you over to 28th, 1 p.m.
Sure. Thank you so much.
All right.
Do I need to wait for the other piece of paper right now?
No, you're good. You got your copy because you didn't have a child throw it away. All right?
I'm the child that was throwing it away.
All right.
Have a nice one.
Take care. Evergreen versus Evelyn Carter.
Marissa Gazeri for plaintiff. I can give some other defendants as well.
Yeah, Evelyn Carter, Majesty Boyer, and Myron Boyer. No? Should I take it to fall?
Yes, but I want to, so Your Honor, the outstanding balance right now is $1,402.22. My client just messaged me that $1,352 was just received from Hawk. So it's roughly a $50 balance.
50? You want to take a judgment on a $50? Really? Yes. I mean, I understand. Yeah, you might want to do that. I don't know. 21st at 12 p.m. Let's see if we can get that paid. All right. New Park Ridge versus Sheena Palmer.
Marissa Gazeri for plaintiff.
Okay, come on up. Pardon? Oh. All right. Okay, how much is owing here? Oh, this is a termination. All right.
Your Honor, I believe at the last hearing, I had made a representation for the court that Ms. Palmer had not signed a new lease for the unit, and I confirmed there is no lease that has been received for the new unit.
For the new,
For the unit that she is currently living in. She was in a prior unit. There was an emergency at her prior unit, and she was moved to the unit that she is in now.
Black mold.
oh, just hold, ma'am.
Okay.
First of all, this is the rule we're gonna operate by. You address me.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
I don't want you turning around. If you turn around to try to address Ms. Zeri, you're out.
Okay.
Ms. Gary, go ahead.
Your Honor, so she was moved to the new unit. We do not have a lease that's signed for the new unit. At the last hearing, she said she signed it 1 or 2 weeks after I confirmed with our client. We have not received it. They've asked
Okay.
multiple times. Happy to have it if she has a copy of it. And she also indicated that my understanding was her MISHDA caseworker was gonna attend this hearing, was not able to attend last week, and my understanding was she was going to be filing an answer to the complaint
Right.
today, which is why it was adjourned.
All right. Okay, so first thing, did you file an answer?
You got something to your email. I emailed my information and my stuff to the thing, a number I
Okay,
got
that
on
must
there.
be,
In my
got it. Okay, so
in legal
she
aid.
did, hold on, just hold on. Okay, that was done on Thursday. You did that, right? Okay. So could we have a copy of this to get to this hearing? So,
Your Honor, plaintiff would like to inspect the unit.
okay.
That's
The new, okay. All right. Okay. So they want to inspect the unit, sign lease. She did file an answer. But plaintiff doesn't have a copy, so we're getting you a copy of that. So I guess what I'm trying to clarify, if you go over and inspect the unit, unit's fine, let's say she signs the lease, do they still want her out of that unit or?
She was unauthorized dog at the unit.
Okay,
That's what this case.
okay, just listen. It's mainly about the dog.
Yes.
Okay, and you're saying there's no dog there?
No, sir.
Okay, just hold. All right.
Yes, sir.
You are causing yourself more problems than you need to. Just,
They have gave me.
just don't want to play here. Got it?
Yeah.
Because bad things happen when you do that. What kind of dog are they claiming is there?
Did have a photo of it, but I don't.
Okay, but you don't have, okay. All right. All right, so let's do this. First thing is, are you gonna have any problem with them inspecting your unit?
No, sir.
All right. So when can we do that?
I think the window that my client is looking for is like an 8 AM to noon type of window.
All right, on any particular day or just whatever. So sometime between 8 AM to 12 noon, what day would be good for you for them to inspect?
Wednesday, because I've been taking.
Pardon?
Wednesday, because my son, I've been taking him.
This Wednesday, say the 19th?
Yes, sir.
This upcoming Monday? Okay, so inspection on the 19th.
We have an inspection. I think they talking about that. We have inspection coming up. They've sent papers for inspection coming up soon.
But that may have not been for the land.
Oh, okay.
It might have been for, you have a subsidy?
Yeah.
Okay, so that might be for that. All right, so we'll do inspection on the 19th. Okay. Somebody's gonna give me a picture of this dog or do whatever. So, all right. So you're saying you signed a lease. They say they don't have a lease. Just listen. So can we get her a lease to sign? Can they do that on the 19th when they come to inspect? Because you'll be there. Right?
I'll give it to him on the 19th.
Pardon?
I'll give him the lease. I have it. It's just a reason. It's a little reason why I didn't give it to him. It's a little bigger than this. I have it and signed it already.
Okay, you signed it,
yes.
but you haven't given it to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So do this for me.
Yes, sir.
When they come on the 19th, give them the lease.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that'll take care of that problem.
Yes.
And they want to inspect that. She gave an answer. And then we just have to figure out this dog thing, what it looks like. She is saying doesn't have a dog.
Because I got rid of it. I was told to get rid of it already when I moved across from there, the second apartment, and I got rid of it. So I don't know why they keep saying.
Okay,
Yeah,
so hold
yeah.
on a second.
So I think they
So
think it, they
hold
guess.
on, just stop.
Yes, sir.
So you had a dog.
Yeah,
They move you to this unit, tell you that you got to get rid of the dog.
yeah,
And so you get rid of the dog.
yes, sir.
All right. So let me ask you this.
Yes.
Did you take the dog like to Humane Society or what'd you do?
No, it grew up with my 2-year-old that just left here. So I gave it to my baby daddy, who's it belonged to. I gave it to him, back to the owner who it was. So I don't know why they keep, I was
Well,
confused.
Just stop. Okay?
Yeah,
Your mouth is gonna get you in trouble.
I understand. I'm just frustrated. And I put up-
Okay. But you're making me frustrated.
I'm sorry.
So if you make me frustrated,
Oh, I apologize.
bad things happen for everybody if I get frustrated, right?
I apologize.
Okay, so let's not do that.
Okay.
Okay, so. And he doesn't live anywhere in the area.
No, not, yeah.
Okay. So would he come to court if, not right now, but would
Yeah.
he come to court and say, yeah, I've got the dog?
Yes, sure.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a mixed dog, like a pit mixed with something else. A friendly, it was more like a protector dog. It had a pink thing on it I got from my daughter's ex-boyfriend.
Okay, all right. So that's what she says regarding the dog. So let's get those first things taken care of. Then we'll figure out where we're going for the dog and I can see a picture. Yes, Ms. Kazari.
Set this for a final settlement conference.
That's what I was thinking about doing. So I'm gonna set this for a final settlement conference. What next one?
Go first.
April 1st. Yes, that would be it. Okay. So I'm gonna set this for April 1st, 2025. That's at 9 a.m. Okay,
sir.
that's in person.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I won't be in this courtroom. I'll be in the first courtroom.
Okay.
Come down, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, wasn't that a lot easier when you don't start trying
Yeah.
to,
Yes,
then try to overtalk me? I don't know what.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you April 1st.
All right.
Go have a good weekend.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay?
You too, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. New Park Ridge versus Karina Jones. You want to yell at me too? No? All right. So how much is owing at this point?
$1,454.
Did you pay the 400 or?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday? Okay. So she paid 400, so if it was 14 something, so you're about down at about 1,000. Okay. So how are you intending on getting that paid?
Remember I told you that I get paid every 2 weeks and I was saying in the next 2 weeks I'll pay the rest.
So
But I get paid again. I get paid not the Wednesday coming up, but the Wednesday after that.
the 26th.
Yes.
All right, that's right, because we were adjourning it to make sure the 4 was paid.
Yep.
And then on the 26th, you can get everything paid.
Yep. Everything.
All right, so let me do this. I'm gonna adjourn this out to March 28th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Okay. Oh,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Can I get a Zoom? I work. So
Okay, you have to fill out a form. We'll get you the form to do
Okay,
that.
can I just
Especially if
email
you
her
got
like
it-
I
If you
did?
got it paid, if you get it all paid, it's likely they'll dismiss.
Okay.
So you wouldn't have to be here anyway.
Okay, should I just still do it just in case?
Pardon?
Should I still do it just in case
The Zoom, yes, you should do the Zoom. But usually you can, before the hearing, let's say you pay it on that Wednesday or that Thursday, you can call the attorney's office, see if they're dismissing.
Okay.
If they say yes, then you don't need to appear. You don't have to worry about showing up. But if they say no, something else, there's a little bit, whatever,
Okay.
then you can Zoom in.
Okay.
But fill that out so that we can consider it, okay?
Okay.
All right, you have a great weekend. I like the shoes. What's up with that?
Thank you.
Court calls the case of New Park Ridge Apartments versus Courtney Large. I was really hoping that was you, because you're all I got left here. I got one file. Hello. What's your name?
Courtney Marsh.
All right. How much is owing at this point?
$1,504.
It change every time.
Pardon?
Said it change every court date, don't it?
Yeah. It's late fee. That's the difference. Okay. So where are you in terms of trying to get this paid?
I had a hawk, on Wednesday.
Right. When was that?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? What did they? Oh, did you see the little guy back there? I said she came up, he's like back there. Right. They're enjoying themselves. Just let it. All right. So you had a hawk appointment on.
Wednesday, yeah. I turned all my stuff in, so just waiting to hear back from them.
Oh, okay. So you just haven't heard. Do we have any other?
It's still in processing, Your Honor.
Got it. Okay. So let's do this. Put you out a week. You probably have to get some information from the landlord. And then we can see exactly where we are, how we're going to proceed. Okay. But you're in good shape because even though it keeps creeping up, you're not getting near the.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the 21st at 12 noon. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You two have fun this weekend. All right. Glencoe Hills versus Jonathan Payne. That case is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. I think that's it for us.
Weekend.
I will do. Go Terps. Let's hope they win that game.